Falcon fans, draft night is underway. Dirty Fanatics United is coming at you. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Falcon fans, Falcon Nation all over the world. If this is your first time turning into Dirty Fanatics United, it is draft night here for Dirty Fanatics United. First ever live draft night show, episode 58 coming at you live. As always, I'm your host, Chase, followed by my co-host, Philip. Our other co-host, Cody Keeler, is at the Dome, so it'll be a little while. It'll be a little while before Cody joins us. But as I said, if you're new to the channel, hit that like button, leave a comment, and be sure to hit that subscribe button. Got a banger for you tonight. A couple of fans going to join in, give their description on what they think the draft will go like, picks and players they want to see, situations as far as other teams 1 through 10. What do we think could get selected? It's enough of the mock drafts, Philip. It's time for the actual thing, and it happens tonight. Philip, enough said from me. What's going on, brother? How you been doing, man?
As I said, previous show, I went pretty much ghost mode this whole entire week, just thinking, looking back at what we said, who we wanted, certain things like that, looking into what we could possibly get, might be a shocker or not, who knows, but I'm going to be all there for it tonight. I've been seeing all kinds of rumors, trade rumors as well. So I'm just ready to get into it, man.
Yeah, Philip, a lot to talk about tonight, man. Not only is there to talk about the draft, but Matty Ice, our guy, the one and only Matty Ice, number 2, Matt Ryan 2. Go ahead, hang the number 2 up on the wall because ain't another Falcon wearing it. Shout out to Matt Ryan, man. Philip, Cody has joined in. I want to get Cody in here for this subject. Philip, so before we do so, man, everybody, please put your hands together for Mr. Cody Keeler, ATL, at the bins himself. Cody, what's going on, brother?
Got my Matty Ice going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gotta have the number 2 on, man. I know it's loud where you're at, Cody, but we're going to try to bear with things.
It's a little hard to hear you guys, but I'll do my best to listen.
Most def, man. Philip, your shout-outs, man, for Matty Ice. Let's talk about this real quick. Go ahead and get this out of the way. Obviously, we're not pushing Matt to the side, but Philip, Matty Ice.
Man, hey, where does it start, man? There's so much you can say about Matt. My favorite thing, man, about Matt was back in 2020, I think we was there, me and Pops, Dad, he could tell you, man, we were there. My favorite thing about him, we were down by a touchdown against the Detroit Lions on Christmas Eve, my birthday as well. I sit in front row, I yell at him, Matt, he looked over, I was like, go get him. He's like, I got you. Man, that changed everything. Like, it was crazy that he acknowledged it, but man, things like that just changed it. There will never be another Matt, though. There's a lot you took
the words out of my mouth, dog. There'll never be another Matty Ice in the city of Atlanta. I wholeheartedly agree with you there, brother. Matty Ice, a fan from day one for me, as you said, Philip, born and raised a Dirty Bird. To see Matt Ryan to come back to the franchise, sign that one day, able to retire a Dirty Bird, Philip, as we expected here on the channel. Cody, I don't know if you can hear me, brother, but if you can, your thoughts about Matt Ryan's final retirement here in Atlanta. Cody is tuned in right now, guys. He's just here for the views, giving you the sights and scenes and scenery at the bins. So we knew this would be kind of hard to do with Cody tonight, but we wanted to bring you the sight of what it'd be like to be at the bins, man. We'll do another follow-up show with Cody about Matty Ice. But shout out to Cody, man. Philip, shoot Cody a text, bro. Tell him we'll get him back in here when the pick is made so we can get the live reaction. Cody, appreciate you tuning in, brother.
Absolutely, guys. I'd say look forward to draft pick number 8.
Yes, sir. Let's get it, man. Rise up.
That's
Philip,
cool, bro.
always a good
That's
time,
cool.
man. Always a good time to get Cody in the chat, man. Cody, a diehard Falcon fan, a new podcaster here to the channel, a guy that, brings the diehard traits to what it means to be a Dirty Fanatic United. But Philip, just to talk about Matty Ice, man, when we got him on the subject, Matt Ryan, if everybody can see that post there, it's his most NFL game-winning drives. Tom Brady, obviously, at the top with 58, Peyton Manning, 54, Drew Brees, 53, Ben Roethlisberger, 53, Dan Marino, 47, and our guy, Matty Ice, Matt Ryan, number 46 right there with the most game-winning drives. Matt Ryan, Philip, when it came to it, he really deserved the name Matty Ice because when it came to the fourth quarter, he knew how to freeze the clock up and really move the ball downfield. Some more interesting stats here for Matt Ryan, the future Hall of Famer. Four-time Pro Bowler, MVP 2016, Offensive Player of the Year 2016. Obviously, he was the Rookie Offensive Player of the Year. 5,051 completions on 8,464 attempts, 381 touchdowns, 62,792 passing yards. What a career, man. Shout out to Matt Ryan. Best of luck to Matty Ice and his future endeavors, whether that's broadcasting, whether that's eventually being on the sideline for the Atlanta Falcons, man. You definitely got a diehard Falcon fan in DFU. So rise up to Matty Ice, man. Much love to Matty Ice. Philip, the topic of the night, brother. Draft night. What are we doing? What direction are we going? Number 8, the only draft that I think that's happened in the past 4 years that we have not totally understood what position we were going. Philip, your thoughts of tonight?
Oh man, personally, I have certain thoughts that we could possibly trade back, and go. I forgot his name already. I just had it in my head, but defensive tackle. I can't think of his
Brian
name.
Murphy from Texas.
Brian Murphy, defensive tackle. I think
Philip dropping new names on the night of the draft. Philip dropping new names.
I'm telling you, man. This whole week I've done research, just looking possible things, what we could do. Brian Murphy would be one of them. You could also I could see trading back and possibly getting Terrion Arnold.
I've seen he could go at 8, bro. I've seen where he could go
possibly
at
8, but I've also seen things where a lot of players could possibly push back players you thought would go top 10 that's going to be there at like almost 20. Like, it's crazy. But those are 2 players I'm familiar with. I was on the Roma Dunze thing, but I just don't see it happening now at this point. But it could possibly. You never know. But,
a lot of hype, Philip, around the Michael Penix Jr. situation right now. We're going to get your views on that here in a second. But before we do so, head to the comment section. Roll call. Nick Bungalow in the chat. Shout out to Nick. Dwayne Ruffin in the chat said, yes, sir, it's time. Michael Lockwood in the chat said, let's roll. Abno in the chat said, hey, cuzos, rise up. Sir. Let's get it. Lyrics Mom said, hey, bro. Shout out to Kiki in the chat. DSGB Hall said, draft ready.
Baby.
Yes, sir. Let's get it. My boy Carlton Bunch in the chat said, yo, what up, draft night Falcons? About to set this shit on fire. Sheesh. Enough from me and Philip, man. Let's get some of these special guests in here, Philip. Let's find out what their views are on tonight. Talk about the Michael Penix Jr. situation. Talk about what route they think we could go. Introducing first here to the show, my boy Mateo, not new to the show. Mateo, what's going on, brother? Appreciate you tuning in with us tonight, man.
What's up, fellas? Can you hear me right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Mateo, man, how you been, brother? Been a little minute since we chatted.
Oh, man, I'm ready for this draft, man. I'm ready to see who we get at this 8th pick. Whew.
Mateo, your thoughts real quick before we get my next host here, and Caleb. Your thoughts, Mateo, of possibly taking a quarterback in the first round?
Nah. What going for Kirk Cousins? How we did? It's like we want him as number 1. So if we go quarterback, I could see it in the later round, maybe like a 4th round, something like that.
A lot of fans would agree, Mateo. You don't want to see that number 1 pick sit on the bench.
Yeah, I mean, like you want the QB room to be competitive, and things like that. But I feel like Taylor Heineken is a legit backup that we have, So it's like we're not in that crunch position no more for a quarterback.
In a new scheme, may possibly shine in the new offensive scheme. Gun passing, bunch of more receivers out on the set for Taylor Heineke, kind of like what he ran in Washington back in his younger days. Mateo, glad to have you on the show tonight, brother. For our next special guest, my boy Caleb Caleb, another diehard Atlanta Falcon fan. Caleb, what's going on, man? Appreciate you tuning in tonight, brother.
What's good? How's everybody?
Doing good, man. Glad to have you here tonight. Caleb, you heard the chat, man. You've been hearing the rumors. You've seen what's going on social media. Falcon fans have been talking about it. Falcon training camp has been talking about it. A lot of Falcon mentors have been to the guys' senior day. Michael Penix Jr., a guy that's been getting a lot of hype by the media, tuned in with the Atlanta Falcons for the past 2 weeks now. Caleb, your thoughts on that?
Well, I feel like you spent all this money on Kirk Cousins and free agency. And, I mean, at pick 8, we can go edge. And if you want a quarterback, I agree with what Mateo said. You get one in the later rounds, and, you can learn behind Kirk. But pick 8 is a little too high for me because
I agree. Caleb, so if you were the GM for the day, if you had the pick for the – Mateo, this question falls over to you next. What would be your selection? Would it be defensive tackle? Would it be cornerback? Would it be edge? What route are you taking in the draft, Caleb?
Well, I'll probably go Latu or Dallas Turner. We need an edge rusher bad, but if we trade back, I wouldn't mind a guy like Terry Arnold, a cornerback from Alabama.
Yep. Well, let me ask you about a guy, Quinyon Mitchell. What do you think about that guy?
That'd be fine too. I like him too. He was he cleaned up all the big name wide receivers at the Senior Bowl. So I wouldn't mind that either.
Glad Caleb brought that up, man. Philip, we brought him up on the show. Told you I was pretty big on this guy. I've watched a lot of tape on him. Quinyon Mitchell, a cornerback that I'm not even mad if we take him at 8. I'm not even mad if we grab him at 8, guys. I'm being honest with you. Mateo, your thoughts of the direction of this draft? What position are you looking at? Is there a player you got a name on, or are you kind of like me and Philip? You don't know where this thing's going to go.
I was hyping up the Dallas Turner pick, It seems like it's set in stone, honestly. But I've seen also a video that the top 3 pass rushers are interested in the Falcons. Mm-hmm. So I can honestly say with this 8th pick, it's not going to be an offensive player. It's definitely defense. It's either going to be some type of pass rush or maybe even a lock corner to me. Yeah. But other than that, I don't see Terry going offense with what we done in the offseason with picking up wide receivers and stuff.
We're throwing out a bunch of defensive side, and I agree 100% with y'all. Cornerback, defensive tackle, edge, spots that we need pretty badly here on this roster. But if we look at number 8, and Joe Alt is still available, offensive tackle, Joe Alt, 6'8", 200-something pounds. What are we doing, guys? Are we calling the phone? Are we picking up and calling Joe Alt? Philip, question.
That's tough. That's tough. That's a tough question because he is solid. He could possibly be a future guy.
Just hear me out real quick, guys. Just hear me out real quick. We got a Caleb McGarry on the team that's going to be on – well, no, that's not his blind side. But if you drafted Michael Penix Jr., guess what his blind side is? McGarry. If we're rocking with McGarry – we got to look at the future, man. If we trade McGarry tonight for maybe picks or whatever you do, you could get a Joe Alt to fill in that system 100%. To even take, a Jake Matthew in the near future. But speaking on offensive picks at number 8, for the past 2 years, it's been pretty solid, guys. You got the Drake London and you got the Bijan Robinson the last 2 years offensive side. As Mateo said, Kyle Pitts ain't up there, but he was a number 8 pick. Shout out to Kyle Pitts, man.
No disrespect to Kyle.
I got the Bijan. It's just signed. I can't wear it, man. It's got to stay put up. And I was going to because, he's the recent rookie. You know what I mean? Hey, speaking on the draft, man, while we're on this subject, draft picks, obviously tonight we got round number 1, pick number 8, round 2, number 43, round 3, 74, and then you got number 79 right after that. So, guys, just looking at the round 3, I expect Terry to do some trading around, man. We know he's a day 2 guy. He likes to trade up and go for his guy, and you got an early pick for day 2. So maybe you can trade a 3rd-round pick. You got 2 3s sitting there. Philip, your thoughts on that? Caleb, taking over to you, Mateo. You think there's going to be any kind of trade back scenario, anything? What teams are we looking at? Because obviously there's already rumors that teams are calling.
If I do see a trade, I feel like it's gonna be with the Rams at number pick 19. They won't, from what I've seen today, they're heavy on trying to get number 8 or possibly number 9. The Bears are shopping out their number 9 pick, and then it seems like we're kind of doing a little bit playing into it with our 8th pick. So I can see it being with the Rams and possibly getting some extra picks for next year, just in case that we do possibly get a pick taken, pick or two taken, for the tampering. We're already thinking ahead of time. I think it could be something like a situation like that. Me and Pop's been talking about it.
You're speaking on it now. Zach Klein tweeted today on my way home from work. Per NFL League source, Falcons open for business at number 8. One possibility for a dance partner, LA Rams. Philip, obviously communications there from Raheem Morris coming over from the Rams. Caleb, Mateo, next to y'all two. Do you see any kind of trade back scenario, any kind of trade up scenario where the Falcons are looking at a guy and they're like, hey, if we move up 2 spots, this is our guy. Or we move back 3 spots, we can still land this guy and get some draft capital, as Philip was speaking on, losing draft picks possibly next year.
Yeah.
Well, I can see him trading back. I don't see him trading back as far as 19 because I think that's a little too far. But I can see Minnesota maybe trying to get pick 8 and
with a quarterback.
There's going to be Leatu Latu or Dallas Turner or even Terrion Arnold there or Quinion.
Let's not forget Jared Verse, Caleb.
Yeah, Jared Verse too. That's a great pick, and I don't want to trade too far back because we won't get a good, or I don't think we would get one of them top guys. I think they'll be gone. So hopefully, if we trade back.
Real quick, man, if you're in the live chat and hit the comment section. Let me know who are you taking at 8. If the board's open to you, you're the GM for tonight. Who are we selecting at 8? Let's get a poll started, man. Get me some comments here in the comment section. Let me know. If you're in the chat, hit the like button, man. It's free. Hit the subscribe button. 353 subscribers, man, on the way to 1K. Shout out to everybody that's been repping with us on the way there, man. Philip, so many things that can happen. I'm here looking at the top available, man. And they got Drake May listed at 11. You got Brian Murphy, obviously defense tackle at 12. JJ McCarthy all the way up at 13. Quentin Mitchell, cornerback, another one at 15. This draft, guys, is freaking stat. You got Kool-Aid McKinstry at cornerback. I mean, Bo Nix is even snuck into the top 30, people. Bo Nix could go tonight. So, I mean,
personal favorite down at the
it's going to be crazy, bro. It's going to be crazy tonight. Any scenario do you guys think that could happen tonight that just shocks the boards? Caleb, Mateo? Philip?
Well, yeah, you can go first, Philip.
Oh, man. I feel like, all right, something that could possibly change the thing is if it's quarterback situations, you know what I mean? Of course, if these top quarterbacks, some of them don't go like we think they are. I feel like there's 2 of them that you just don't pass up on possibly. But then again, let's look at your needs. But that's the thing. I'm not going to be mad, if we do something crazy. But I'm going to try to support the guy. But honestly, I don't really know what we're going to do. That's the fun part about it. But, it probably could be something like a quarterback, in my opinion. It's something that shocks us in a way.
Well, if you look at the top 3 right now, I'm from watching, you got the Bears, you got the Washington Commanders, you got the New England Patriots, and you got Arizona. Every one of those teams need a quarterback, but
it's
Arizona.
Unlikely, but you did say shocking, so that could be something that could shock us. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Whether it's good or bad.
Caleb, anything shocking tonight that could switch up the whole draft board?
I don't really know. I don't know if it'd be shocking, but kind of. I mean, Giants taking JJ McCarthy would be kind of shocking. That would kind of shake up the 12. Shake up the Vikings and Broncos. They have to get Penix or Bo Nix or somebody like that. And I know they were talking about JJ McCarthy for a while. They were talking about top 10, and it kind of fizzled out.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of shake up the draft too. Some if he got taken early.
Mateo, your thoughts?
With the trading up, I don't think we're going to go anywhere upwards because we have our quarterback. We have honestly solid positions on the offensive kind of side of the ball. I feel like we're all aiming for the defensive side because we are lacking pass rush, and especially like with Campbell not coming back and certain players that we haven't reestablished on the roster.
Yep.
I feel like pass rush will probably be the best bet. Trading down, I feel like that's more getting depth into the roster, and we could do a lot of that, in free agency, trades, things like that. I feel like we're aiming high right here, and with Terry's last 3 years last 2 years with the 8th pick. Well, 8 is our number, man.
Yeah.
Like, come on, like.
Facts.
I feel like it's a
I
magical
got a
number.
scenario for you guys because I've did a bunch of mock drafts, so many mock drafts, and I know that the mocks don't even mimic what happens when it comes to draft night. You know, if you look at last year, some of them players that went in the top 10 weren't even ranked in the top 10. Like Brian Branch went really early and was only supposed to go, you know, like later second. But if you look at all these people, what if this is a what if now? What if Jaden Daniels slid to number 8?
That's tough. That's tough.
No trade offers would be crazy.
He did it he did it in so many mock drafts, dude. So many mock drafts I did, and I don't know how it shaped out, but Jaden Daniels fell to number 8. If he wasn't at 8, he was at 7. So I mean, there's so many opportunities that could happen tonight. What if Drake May slides out of the top 5? Then does the Falcons call for their future quarterback? I mean, you never know what could happen.
You know what?
Like
you know what the most shocking thing would be in this first round is if the Panthers got a first round pick.
Yeah, I thought about that earlier too. If
got him
for real, that would be wild because that's some Panther shit, bro.
Yeah,
like, they sell the whole farm just to get a first round pick.
Right, trade up above
we sell all of our back picks for one first round.
Man,
they probably would do it too.
If you guys were to select receiver, is there a receiver that you guys are looking at in the top? If you go and the Falcons are looking at potential receiver too, some would say Darnell Mooney is only a slot guy. He's not a receiver too. I would disagree. But your guys' thoughts? Is there a receiver we're looking at?
Personally, me, I would preferably say Rome Odunze. It could be like he don't have to be the number 2 guy or just come in and try to be the number 1. Just a guy that with another, we got that smaller guy that's got the speed that can take the top of it. People, whether, it's just a slot guy or not, which I don't think he's fully a slot guy, but you know what I'm saying. But another tall, decent size receiver to throw to, somebody to be like that Mohamed Sanu to Julio, Ridley, or possibly you could change Ridley out with Turbo, that 2016 season. You could have that scenario, but like I mentioned earlier, I don't know if that door's open for that to happen, but
Question of the night for everybody around the table. The most shocking thing that would probably happen for the whole entire night if the Chicago Bears did not select Caleb Williams. Do we agree to that? Is that the most shocking? Crazy. Is that the most shocking?
They're going to Drake May. What?
Do we really think Caleb Williams is better than Drake May? Because I got Drake May over him by a milestone.
I like Drake May better. Honestly.
I do too. I mean, if I'm being legit, I think Drake May is the better overall quarterback in this draft. He reminds me of a Josh Allen, dude. I'm not gonna lie, he's another Josh Allen.
I don't trust a quarterback that paints his fingernails.
I swear, or cries in his mom's lap after the game, bro. Like that's crazy.
Don't call it.
Guys, it's getting active, man. It's getting active on the stage. My guy's up on the stage here. DeAndre Swift signed a 3-year contract with the Bears. That Eminem on the stage?
Yes, sir. It is.
Eminem on the stage in Detroit, man. Forget it's in Detroit. Mateo, Caleb, man, I don't want to hold you up too, man. The draft is coming on. Guys, before the pick is made, y'all have the link. If y'all want to come in right before the pick is made, if y'all want to come in right after, you got the link. Just hit the link, man. I'll see y'all pop up. I'll get you back on there.
I'm gonna stay in the background. Just pop me up when our pick comes up.
Cool. I got you, Mateo. Right. Caleb, Mateo, appreciate it, homie.
For sure.
Appreciate y'all.
Caleb, the invite is open, bro. If you want to join back on, man, you know what to do.
Okay, I got you. Appreciate it, man.
All right, homie. Fill up. The draft is starting, baby. The night that we have waited on, man. We talked about receivers. We talked about defensive tackle. We talked about edge. And Philip, a guy that we've got to bring up tonight, Malik Neighbors. If he's there at 8, Philip, do we pull the trigger?
That's me and Caleb. We game together. We live like down the road from each other. I mean, you lived here as well, but that's his top guys, Malik Neighbors, for a receiver. We talked about it, I think,
that's
earlier
me,
today.
Bro. Malik Neighbors has been me for a minute.
He likes Malik Neighbors. I've been the Rome Odunze type of guy, but like I said earlier, or this whole entire time, you can't go wrong with neither at all.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You can't.
But another shocking thing that we forgot to mention, and shoot, what's his name? Harrison. He could possibly drop.
Marvin Harrison. You think Marvin Harrison could drop?
It could drop.
Who takes him tonight? I think the Arizona Cardinals take him at 4 or 5.
That's tough. I do see that, but I also see.
Ain't that buddy that just got the payday up there on the stage?
Which one?
The guy in the brown suit. That's St. Brown, ain't it?
Possibly could be. I don't see him right now. I'm not. Anyway. Yours might be. They have different coverages and stuff like that. Yours is probably the different coverage.
I got you. Hey, so what we'll do, Philip, so we don't one person get the pick before the other, man. Right when the pick is made, we'll just look at the screen. Look at the screen and see what happens. Chat, man, get live from man. There's 11 people here in the chat right now, live viewers. Hit the comment section, man. Who are the Falcons selecting at 8? Please leave a comment. If you're a fan of another team, leave a comment. Let me know who your team's going to draft tonight, man. Let's get active. Let's get active here on DFU. Hit the comment section, man. Hit that like button. Philip got a comment here from Caleb. Said hype. Hype is the right word for tonight, man. 2024 NFL draft is fixing to take underway.
Chicago Bears is on the clock.
Chicago Bears is on the clock. You're a little bit ahead of me, brother. So obviously you'll get the pick right before me. A lot of fans gonna come in tonight to talk Falcon football. Brandon Keeler says, "Hey fellas, hope y'all are well." Brandon Keeler is another special guest here tonight. Brandon Keeler coming on DFU for the first time. Brandon Keeler giving his reaction after the pick is selected. Brandon Keeler, a diehard Falcon fan. Philip, you're a good ways ahead of me, actually, because the clock hasn't even started rolling yet on my TV. So, man, just keep me kind of filled in. I'll let you know when my pick's picked or whatever since I'm behind. If something crazy happens, though, like a trade happens, holler at me. But we're looking at Lance Sterling's best available right now. He's got Malik Neighbors at 1, Marvin Harrison Jr. at 2, Caleb Williams at 3, Jaden Daniels at 4, Jared Verse, Philip, above Dallas Turner and Latua at 5, Roma Dunze at 6, Dallas Turner at 7, Brock Bowers, the guy that I would select at 8 if he's there, J.C. Latham, tackle at Alabama, and Joe Alt at 10. Philip, guys that we've talked about all offseason, dude. I can say it's fair to say we've done our homework for this, bro. We've done our homework for this night, and it's here, and it's time to talk Falcon football, baby. It's time to get another future Falcon Ring of Honor, man. It's time to do something crazy here in Atlanta. It's time to win a ring. Brandon Keelan in chat said, "Have we heard anything else about if Atlanta's moving down?" Haven't heard anything else. I haven't seen anything else.
I've been on standby all day long, other than the Bengals as well. I didn't mention that earlier, but the Bengals as well. They're trying. You could possibly see a trade with their pick, our 8th pick, and for what's his name, Hendrickson. It possibly could happen. Who knows? He did request that trade, so other than that, I really haven't heard much besides mainly them two teams,
right?
And possibly Minnesota as well.
Caleb Williams is showing him. He's clapping his hands. Philip, think Caleb Williams will be your number 1 pick here in Detroit.
We pretty much knew that.
Caleb Williams is the slay. And by the way, guys, he does have clear coat on his nose. Like sparkle fingers. Philip, are you looking at this guy's fingers right now? He's got silver sparkle fingers with freaking pink makeup or pink paint nails on there, dude. Like,
I'm gonna just leave it like that.
Doing, bro.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Chad, do we see this guy's fingernails right now? This guy's fixing to get drafted number 1 in the NFL. Do you see this guy's fingernails right now, guys?
No comment.
Or am I just overreacting about some painted fingernails? Brandon Q said he heard the Vikings could do some action here tonight. Chat, get active. Chat, get active. Let me know who we're selecting at 8, the Atlanta Falcons. Who will be the next pick? 12 live viewers right now, man. Get active. Let me know if you're on Twitter, if you're on Twitch, wherever you're watching, man. Leave a comment. I can see
I forgot about Twitch.
Hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button, man. We're on the road to 1K. Philip, if for some ungodly reason it wasn't Caleb Williams, who else could it be?
Possibly Drake May.
Abno said we get our asses beat for doing that as kids. Just saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, what are we talking about right now? We got nails. This guy's going number 1 in the NFL, dude. Like, did I just not try hard enough in high school, bro? Like,
Well, you see, I played quarterback in the day, like corner, not quarter. Let's get that straight. I got a noodle arm. That ain't going far. Corner, I was locked down all day. But let's look at the corner room. Man, I would have been having to guard people, possibly like Drake London and stuff like that. I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm good. God knew what he was doing. He kept me at home. All right.
Philip,
same
ready
with my
for the announce to be picked, man. I'm ready for the Falcons to get on the clock. I'm about to mute my screen just for a second, Philip. I got to walk here for a minute. We'll be right back after this quick word. If we're not back, Philip, just chill out, watch your TV. I'll be back in just a second. Got to find it, and boom. And we back. Check out the merch, man, on bonfire.com. We got shirts, hoodies, hats, onesies, whatever you want, man, on Bonfire. Dirty Fanatics United. Check us out. We got some pretty cool merch over there. Shout out to Brandon Keeler in the chat. He said, I played DN and tight end. I can tell you DN was where it was at. Defensive end is a fun position to play. I did it a little bit back in rec, but when I got in high school, I was not big enough for that. Philip. Why don't they just select the pick and make it happen? We already know who's getting picked.
Pick is in as we speak.
You're ahead of me. You can go ahead and announce this one because I know it's going to be Caleb Williams. I can see how happy he was.
We already do that, but
holding his nails up like this.
Now, pick number 2. I really don't know. Really,
who we got on there at pick number 2? We got the Washington Commanders, and they take my boy Drake May to Dan Quinn to take that thing to the playoffs for the Washington Commanders. Haven't been back to the playoffs in a while.
Who was their quarterback?
Right, man.
Who was their quarterback?
They traded Sam Howell, bro. They traded Sam Howell, so they're kind of quarterbackless right now.
Okay, so you're probably going to see Drake May. Or he can go back to his roots.
Jaden
Daniels. That's a similar style to what Russell Wilson was back in Seattle. You know, who knows? It'd be interesting.
I'm gonna take all the tight end in high school, and then why shallow routes was not fun. Instant lit up. Linebackers ain't playing no shit when you come through the middle, but I know all about them days. I tried to slot receiver for like half a training camp. It didn't work out. Commanders talking to the Raiders again about maybe a trade. Philip, this is where it could get interesting because the Raiders could use a quarterback.
Oh, I did see. I also seen as well. I think it was today that they were willing to shop their pick right now. Like he's mentioned to the Raiders, actually. I'm glad he mentioned that. And also, I've seen preview this whole week, New England is trying to pay attention to what Washington does to see what they're going to do, whether they choose what they want or whether they're going to try to trade back. I did see that. So that'll be interesting as well, which could throw a curveball in there. These players who thought they could shut me down. I was only shut down by Jim. Caleb Williams has been selected.
Chat, let me know. Is it Caleb Williams? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Is Caleb Williams number 1 pick here for the 2024 draft? Philip, Cooper DeJean, where does he go tonight, man? As long as he don't end up in the NFC South unless it's on the Atlanta Falcons, we're good.
Cooper DeJean, let's see.
I think he goes earlier. I think he goes earlier than people think. He can play multiple spots on the defense.
I see him in the top.
He's
fast. He's between the 10s to the 15s.
He's top 15. If I'm wrong, I'll eat it. But I think he's top 15.
I think he's between the teens to 20 at least.
Better question: where does McCaffrey's brother go? He'll be a later round pick. Philip, have you watched any tape on him?
McCaffrey, what's his name? Luke McCaffrey. I'm pretty sure.
Brandon Keele said, "Congrats to the Bears for getting the number 1 pick in the next year's draft. They must have selected Caleb Williams."
But I see Luke McCaffrey going possibly a mid second round, late second round to third round, possibly.
Ready for an NFL draft. Chicago Bears select Caleb Williams, quarterback.
Phil, look at this guy's nails painted.
There is the wire-to-wire projection at number 1.
Caleb Williams, number 1 pick, the Chicago Bears. We all knew it was going to happen. Somehow he knew it was going to happen years ago. Caleb Williams to the Bears. How would y'all feel if we traded back and took Dijon? Cooper DeJean's who he's talking about, I believe. I'm down for it. He was on our top 5 board, Philip. We talked about it here on the channel. Cooper DeJean here to Atlanta would be something.
It would be nice, but I don't see us going for that though. Because
trading back, if we traded back, Philip, if we traded back.
But hear me out. Clark Phillips was running that nickel pretty solid. You know, you had certain people like that.
Clark maybe take the next step. Clark maybe take the next step this year and be something different this year.
Possibly,
maybe cornerback too. Training camp is going to be very interesting, Philip, because 100%. There's going to be so many battles. There's going to be so many battles when it comes to training camp. I'm right now trying to find our top 5 posts on Facebook.
I know we're thinking it's going to be an edge, and it kind of seems inevitable right now, but if you really look at it, I feel like our line did okay without a pass rusher. You know, obviously we could get one in this draft, obviously, but I don't think it'll be these. It might not be these top 3. I'm kind of feeling right now in my gut.
Who you feel? Talk to me, bro.
Corner right now, either.
Well, let's not forget, Philip. For a while, bro, for a freaking while, this past week, everybody was leaking Latua was the pick. It was already known the Falcons wanted Latua at 8.
I'm feeling Terrion Arnold maybe, or what's his name from Toledo, Quinyon Mitchell. I feel like it could be one of those 2 right now. That's truly what I'm feeling right now. But I'm down with anything though. As we said, I'm down with anything. It's not gonna make me mad.
Chat, let me know. Chat, tune in. Let me know who is his next pick. Is it Drake May? Is it Jaden Daniels? Who is the next quarterback off the board? Can we all agree that it's quarterback? Philip, is this next pick a quarterback?
I feel it coming.
I feel like it's Drake May. Quarterback.
My dog.
They're hyping this Caleb Williams kid up, dude. Can we talk about the games that he blew in college? He was not that great in college. Philip, right now they're showing highlights of a team I couldn't even tell you about looking at the jerseys of who was playing. Arkansas State, I believe. What has Arkansas State ever won?
Be honest with you,
they're showing Notre Dame highlights, but he barely escaped that game if he won it. I can't remember if he even won it. He cares about the community. That's what he said. He cares about the community. That's why he went number 1.
You can hear it?
Yeah. I got a screen share for you. Our top 5 here of the draft that we did one night. Obviously, this changed. We added Quentin Mitchell here in the place of Cooper DeJean, but we had Dallas Turner at 1, Latua at 2, Cooper DeJean, which is now Quinyon Mitchell, or as Philip said, Terrion, Jared Verse, and obviously Joe Alt at 5. So many big names when it comes to the draft here.
Dan Quinn is head coach.
That the Falcons could go. Philip, I don't even think Raheem Morris is with the team this year. I think Raheem Morris stayed back in Flowery Branch for team training.
Okay, so there's
a lot. There's a lot about.
I'm not gonna say who this pick is. I'm gonna wait for you, but they have 3 minutes left on the clock.
3 minutes left on the clock. Okay, we got 4 on mine.
Okay, so you're a minute behind.
Yeah. Shepard said they're going to select Jaden Daniels here. We'll see what happens, man. It could be Jaden Daniels. Philip, we like Jaden Daniels. We like Drake May. I think personally Drake May was more NFL ready, but we'll see what happens.
I can see a Jaden Daniels. That's the play
style. The Commanders have Marcus Mariota. They're definitely going quarterback here, dude. They got Olamide Zaccheaus, receiver, man. Dan Quinn bringing back the
2016 No, not Llama. Y'all know I rock with me some Olamide, man.
Chat, let me know 1 for Drake May, 2 for Jaden Daniels. Real quick, 12 viewers here in the live chat. 1 for Drake May, 2 for Jaden Daniels. Let me know. Pick is in right now. Phil, I'm seeing Dallas Turner, man. It keeps ringing in my head. It's going to be Dallas Turner tonight. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Patriots say they want May. That could definitely happen. I'll know with the 1 for Drake May. Caleb Williams said it will be 2 though. He's saying he wants it to be 1, but he thinks it'll be 2. Jaden Daniels. Philip, is that what Dan Quinn is going to rock with, man? Dan Quinn had a pocket passer, Matt Ryan, as his head coach. He went over to the Dallas Cowboys. Obviously, had Dak Prescott, was technically a pocket passer. Obviously, he's a DC. in Dallas. But
Maybe-
Philip, is Jaden
maybe-
Daniels the type of quarterback he's looking at?
Well, if you look at it, he does have Marcus Mariota on the team. Jaden Daniels is more fit in that role too as well. So it kind of throws a little hint there. Possibly it could be a Jaden Daniels, but let's be honest, Drake May can do possibly almost the same thing, just not as fast.
Who does the Chargers take, Philip? Who does the Los Angeles Chargers take? That's the pick that's going to be
I feel like it's
me.
a Brock Bowers.
It's going to be a receiver. It's going to be a receiver of Brock Bowers. They traded.
I feel like it's a Brock
They
Bowers.
traded their receiver. They traded their receiver in the offseason.
Listen,
What was his name? Williams or whatever.
there is a player I do not want any.
Brock Bowers did no NFC South. Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels
Yo.
over Drake May. That's a shocker to me, man. Jaden Daniels over Drake
I
May.
told you, I felt like it was last minute. I didn't really call that, but like I said, it just gave a little ding in your mind. You know,
Brandon posted this right before the pick was in. Schefter said they're going to take Jaden Daniels here. And now Brandon's posting. Schefter said Atlanta/Chargers in serious talks. Philip, is this the Drake May pick, Philip?
Oh shit, man!
I think you got to get past New England to get Drake May. You got to get past New England to get Drake May.
It could, and you can watch out for it. But if they're in talks with the Chargers, it could be a Brock Bowers, maybe a Marvin Harrison pick. Who knows?
Oh, we like Daniels Austin. We thought we like Daniels here, man. That was our pick before Kirk Cousins.
Hey, I rock with Daniels.
Yeah.
You know, he's with Washington. He's not on the NFC South teams. I can rock with him. I can support him. You know, him as a player, not the team.
Austin said Drake's going to be a buzz.
I don't see that.
I don't see
At
it
all.
either, but Caleb Williams said, "Oh yeah, Caleb Williams. Oh yeah, I like all three of these quarterbacks." Brandon Keeler said, "Marty Smith said Patriots will select Drake." Man, I see that happening here.
100% because that's who they've been targeted this whole offseason, and they also said they're
For
watching.
those at home, they
For
didn't
what?
hear it off of Phillips TV. You can hear it off my TV because I'm way behind.
You want me to turn it down so nobody it doesn't spoil?
In this draft. Would they ponder
Yeah,
trading up to
yeah,
number
let's do
one
that,
and try to
Philip,
get
'cause you
Caleb
kinda know it
Williams?
before
If they
me.
stay there at two,
Hey, man, you shot me there, bro.
Sheesh. Austin Robinson with the shocker here. Austin Robinson says Harrison to the Patriots. He's a very top candidate, very big name receiver. Shout out Jaden Daniels, man. Philip, the guy we wanted here in Atlanta. Very happy for Jaden Daniels.
I could see Marvin Harrison going to the Patriots as well, but they
Who's the
just got
quarterback?
rid of
Zappy?
they got rid of Mac. They got rid of Mac Jones.
They got Zappy, though.
Zappy as backup, but let's be honest.
And they got Jacoby Brissett. They got Jacoby Brissett.
Also, but I feel like that's a solid backup, though. I mean, it could
He is a
possibly,
backup.
who knows? Possibly could come in
Look at
there.
that Falcon right there in the middle, boy. You know, they already know what's up.
But I feel like Arizona is probably going to go that Marvin Harrison route, maybe, or that Brock
I think
Bowers.
Arizona does too if he's there. If he's there, Arizona definitely takes him.
Or it could be a Brock Bowers.
Raiders have been in talks with the Cardinals, but they aren't budging, is what Shepard has said. Cardinals need that Marvin Harrison Jr. That's their pick. They ain't had one since Larry
They got
Fitzgerald.
Kyler Murray. I mean, don't get me wrong, it would be hell to play against him, but you know we've seen him in action.
Chat, let me know who's the next pick here for the New England Patriots. Is it Drake May? Is it Marvin Harrison Jr.? Is it Roma Dunze? Who is the pick here for the New England Patriots?
It is Drake May, 100%. It's no brainer. I feel like I just feel like it is.
I'm ready to see some trade happen, man. I think it's fixing to happen. I think some trades are fixing to get
Nothing
crazy.
was crazy like last year. Houston coming back to back picks.
That was wild.
They
bro. That
Stroud
was
and
wild.
then it was crazy. That's a team for the AFC to watch out for because they're going to be cooking this year, 100%. Especially with their new uniforms, Houston.
Oh yeah.
Over in the AFC, they're gonna be starting cooking. A
They
little
got
bit.
stacked this year, bro. They went crazy. Austin Robinson said, "Philip, what
Pick is in.
you just said. Chargers select Brock Bowers." Schefter said, "Baldinger have said expect moves to really start after 5." Brandon Keeler said Drake May is who he thinks this next pick is. Chat, 13 live viewers, man. Let me know who the next pick is. 1 for Drake May, 2 for Marvin Harrison Jr. Let me know. Philip, the Patriots have Austin Hooper. Did not know that.
Who? I'm just playing. I rock with Austin Hooper. He done
I
some
did
great
too.
thing his rookie year here in Atlanta.
Yeah, he did.
And sophomore year as well. But sadly, it didn't turn out. It didn't fit the scheme that new coaches wanted. So it is what it is. But I hope he's doing good, man. I can't follow up with these players because I don't pay attention to other teams like that. I'm sorry, I'm just a diehard Falcon fan.
Dan Quinn very happy about the Jaden Daniels select. I feel sorry for Jaden Daniels, man. He's got to go in behind Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota is supposed to be his mentor. We've seen how that
the way Marcus did, Desmond didn't.
Phillip, top 10 board. I don't mean to interrupt you. Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr., Jared Verse. It just went away. But that's your top 3 right now. They got.
You have a different broadcast than what I do.
Chief Mateo said pink nail quarterback. Anyone for the Bears? Yes, the Bears will take that. The Bears will take that at number 1. Philip, where does our guy Lab McConkey end up? Does Lab McConkey get drafted in?
Oh shit! Where was it at? I hate to say it, but I do see it. What was that?
Or get Harrison then quarterback in the second for Patriots, or the Patriots trade back in and take JJ McCarthy, or Bo Nix.
JJ McCarthy, I feel like is not making it past these 10 picks. I could eat my words on that, but I
don't think he is either, Philip. I feel like after you've talked about it for so long, after I've watched the analysis,
I feel like after
I watched the Raiders needing a quarterback, the Giants looking at quarterbacks, everybody looking for a quarterback, man.
JJ McCarthy, I feel like goes to the New York Giants.
Austin must be ahead of both of us, Philip, because he says they got Drake May. Drake May it is to the New England Patriots. Put it on Philip's screen. Drake May. So, Philip, 3 quarterbacks. Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May. All 3 big names off the board. We knew it was going to happen. We said we had to be a top 5 team to get one of those guys. They're off the board, all 3.
I hate that, though. I don't.
Why? Why do you hate that? Just tell me why you hate that.
I love the guy, but I don't like the team he went to, man. We got bad blood in New England. So I rock with Drake May. Like, cool guy, man. I don't know if you follow him up on Instagram. He's a cool guy.
Well, hopefully he's a bust, like Austin said. He said Drake's
very passionate about, the game and everything. So he's a pretty cool guy, but maybe he don't.
Said Drake's going.
Maybe he don't get that ego. Maybe he don't get that ego like Mac Jones did up in New England.
Just know whoever the Atlanta Falcons select.
That's who I'm rocking with, baby.
Man of the year, baby. Man of the year. Man of the year. Oh, I'm ready for some action, man. I'm ready for it to say Atlanta Falcons are on the clock.
What if you just see the ATL at the bottom of your screen just get switched all the way back?
That's crazy.
And we're sitting here till like 11.
Before me, buddy. Brandon Keeler said Arizona will select Marvin Harrison Jr. according to report. That's who me and Phillips got here. Marvin Harrison Jr. Chat, let me know who you got. Mateo said May to New England. Yep, New England with a new quarterback, new looking team over in New England. So it's been Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May. Philip, kind of how the mock drafts have been simulating for the past months. 3 quarterbacks off the board back to back to back. Drake May, Jaden Daniels did not fall like some mocks reported. Philip, does this change our board at all?
As of right now, for me personally, no, not at all. Besides at the beginning of when I said I felt like Washington trades with, Chicago, but I've been past that. Once it got deeper into it, I locked in, a little bit. If it goes away from here on out.
How far are we on the clock, Philip, with the Cardinals? Are they locked in yet?
It hasn't showed yet. Still talking about Drake May.
Man, the Cardinals lost Marquise Brown, Rondell Moore, DJ Humphrey. They're definitely going receiver. Yeah, they're going receiver.
It's finally going to give
Brandon Keeler says Chargers/Raiders are finalizing a possible trade. I need Brandon Keeler's connects, bro, because this guy's like ahead of me on everything. Deep throw there, showing from Drake May, man. That guy definitely had the best arm. Austin, can we agree to that? Drake May had the better arm in the draft, precision-wise. I mean, the guy's elite in the pocket, and he can scramble. Well, I think the pick that surprises everybody is Brian Murphy to the Falcons. Defensive tackle, somebody like Pops was saying can watch behind Grady Jarrett a couple years, shadow him and be that next grade.
Too. He said he could see a possible trade back in the draft as well, and seeing Chop Robinson.
Chop Robinson. Chop Robinson's a big name. Big name. We ain't talked about him, but he's definitely a stud.
That was the first person I have ever in this community, Falcons community, our community, that I heard say Chop Robinson. He's been watching him since the start. He said it's a good name. He feels.
I want to give everybody the chance, man, to come on the show and give their thoughts and express their feelings of who they think it could be picked. So what I'm going to do is copy the link and post it here in the chat. And anybody that wants to join, man, anybody that wants to talk Falcon football or just give their opinions on who could be the next pick, you can leave a comment. So I'll do that here shortly. So just be looking for it in the comment section. Brandon Keeler said, Brandon Leak of 6:80 a.m. The fan says he had heard Atlanta is moving back. It's been the reports, man. It's been the reports. Phil, it may be a long night, brother. It may be a long night.
Maybe not.
Let's see. Figure out a way to copy and paste this link here. There's a way to do it. I'm just not very good at this stuff, guys. So
pick is in.
Copy. Pick is in. Philip with the quick picks over here. Just paste that there. Boom. Link is in the comment section, man, on Facebook, Twitter, and on Twitch. So if you want to join in, man, hit the link right there. We'll get you popped up on the screen. As long as you're a Falcon fan, you can be respectful to the podcast, and we'll let you join on, man, and talk Falcon football. Philip, like I said, we got a banger of people coming on tonight. Wants to pick us in. I got a couple more people that's going to come through. Brandon Keeler, another podcaster that's starting up his own show. It will be on here talking Falcon football. I have to get him in. Austin Robinson said the pick's going to be Marvin Harrison Jr. Philip, we said it would be the Cardinals that took him. It's probably going to be the pick. You got the Los Angeles Chargers after him, and then the New York Giants. Philip, is Brock Bowers going to be the highest tight end ever drafted over Kyle Pitts?
It's another generational talent you don't get.
He is.
I feel
he
like
is. He really is.
I don't really see them having really. Who is their tight end? Really, I don't remember.
I don't think they have a big name tight end. Who did?
You can possibly see them go. You can possibly see them go Joe Alt as well.
Chargers. Yep. That's something that could happen. Chargers could take him there. You got the New York Giants as well. That's behind them. Philip obviously having quarterback controversies as well. Don't know what they're going to do with Daniels over in New York. A guy that's kind of been banged up, man. He showed some flashes, showed what he could do at times, and then he kind of just, fell away. But let's be honest, that franchise isn't the best built franchise over there for a young quarterback.
It ain't been the same since Eli Manning left.
At all. Austin Robinson said Chargers need the tight end bad, and the Bears. Austin Robinson said Bowers is to go. I forget the Bears have back-to-back picks.
I did see they're shopping their number 8 pick or their number 9 pick. I don't know why I said 8, but they're shopping their number 9 pick. But people maybe possibly
select Marvin Harrison Jr.
Marvin Harrison Jr. to the Arizona Cardinals. Philip, we've seen it coming. Los Angeles Chargers up next. Chat, who is the Los Angeles taking here? Is it going to be receiver? Is it going to be Brock Bowers? Philip, we got a special guest in the lobby waiting to join in. How much time is left on the clock here for the Chargers?
Still speaking on Marvin Harrison.
On Marvin Harrison Jr. Philip, the next Julio Jones we're seeing walk on the stage here. I'm telling you, dude, that's elite talent right here, Marvin Harrison Jr. This guy's a stud. That's why he went top 4.
I have my personal feelings about Julio, but that's tough right there, boy. That's a lot.
Hey, you see him on the wall, Bo. I respect the hell out of the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? I respect Julio, but Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be another generational talent. We talk about Brock Bowers that come off the clock here next. Philip, bringing in special guest, first appearance here on the show, Mr. Brandon Keeler himself. Brandon, what's going on, brother? Glad to have you here on the podcast.
What's up, guys? How y'all been?
Doing all right, man. Glad to have you here. Brandon, talking Falcon football as always, brother. Falcons at number 8. Do we sit at 8? Do we trade back? What are your thoughts? What do you think is going to happen here tonight?
Well, we had Brandon Leak on our show today at the Fan Upstate. He has heard from multiple reports Atlanta is going to move back. He said one possibility that he has heard is Atlanta moves to 12. That would be a big move because they are also trying to grab 2 additional late round picks, one in the second, one in the third, and then possibly a 4th round pick. That was what he has heard. I've heard Atlanta goes down to 19.
Philip talked about that. Philip talked about the number 19.
It's like the Rams seem to be like the biggest player that can offer, I guess, draft capital per se. I don't know what the mind frame of Terry is, if he's going to jump or what. So we'll see,
As you see here, man, Zach Klein, another verified source on Twitter, per NFL League source, Falcons open for business at number 8. One possibility for a dance partner, the LA Rams. You look at the chemistry there. Raheem Morris, obviously, with the connects over in LA. Something that could happen, man. As I was telling Philip, could be a very long night here for DFU, but we're going to ride it out to the end. We're looking at the Los Angeles Chargers here on the clock. Philip, and then rotating over to Brandon. What are we looking at here? Are we thinking this thing's going to be receiver? Are we looking at tight end Brock Bowers? Are we looking at Joe Alt at the tackle spot? Philip, your spot, your opinion on this selection here.
Before that, we got 4 minutes on the clock as we speak, left. I feel like it's a Brock Bowers. I don't really see them really that, they got the receivers. They kept, I forgot his name, but they got the receivers.
Is this where the Raiders trade up? Is this where the Raiders go for that quarterback?
That's going on.
It is tough because you could see a Raiders trade in right here and possibly not see a Brock Bowers pick. You can see the Raiders possibly come out and probably snatch. They've showed mention in
JJ McCarthy.
That could be a snatch up ahead of the Giants. So
JJ McCarthy in the top 5 is fucking crazy to me, dude. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Philip's been calling it. Philip's been calling it from the beginning, man. I will say that. Philip's been true behind JJ McCarthy.
I'll have respect for JJ McCarthy anywhere besides the NFC South, of course.
Starting to see ATL's name creep up on the selection board. Starting to see him get on closer up. As the selection gets closer, Brandon, falling over to you about that question with the tight end. Is it tight end? Is it receiver? Who do the Chargers take here with the
I
number 5 pick?
honestly believe they're going to do tight end because Brock Bowers is kind of like a tight end / like
receiver,
a spot version.
He's a Mike Evans.
Yeah, I think he'll fit the need they really need at wide receiver. I mean, Keenan Allen is gone, which is still hard to wrap my head around because he's been there for so long. But I mean, let's look at the needs they have. And Harbaugh, his system runs a tight end happy offense. He did that. He's done that his entire career. Even when he played, he was tight end happy. So I really feel this. If the Raiders don't go through with this trade, it's going to be Brock Bowers. I had this strong feeling it's Brock Bowers.
You look at the selection board, I believe it's the Chargers. I believe right below the Chargers, the Giants, and then it's one team, and then it's the Atlanta Falcons, I believe.
You got New York, you got the Chargers, New York, Chargers on the clock, you got the Giants, then you got Tennessee, then it's Atlanta.
Okay, so in those selections, we think the Chargers are going tight end Brock Bowers. You look at the next selection, Philip, that's the Giants, correct?
Yes.
We think that's possibly a quarterback there if the Chargers go. Obviously, the Chargers aren't going quarterback. JJ McCarthy maybe off the board to the Giants. The Tennessee Titans taking Joe Alt to secure their quarterback spot.
I've also seen that as well.
And the Atlanta Falcons take a Dallas Turner at number 8 is what I'm ringing in my head. Brandon, what are you feeling at this number 8 spot, or do we trade back?
Ooh, I really want Atlanta to take Dallas Turner. I have wanted them to take him for a long time. He is a solid defensive end. I played DN in almost my whole life. And that was one of my favorite positions. I actually, I played DN and tight end. I preferred playing DN because you make a better impact. Dallas Turner is the best edge. And I know you guys said I have all that hatred towards UCLA. I do. I don't think whatever name of Latula, whatever. I don't think he's coming. I just don't see it. And if Atlanta were to select him,
well, Brandon, what really ties me in on Latula, and Philip could agree to this well. And we're big Dallas Turner fans as well. Dallas Turner with the most drop back coverage from any defensive edge coming out of the draft this year, which showed what the Falcons did last year in drop back coverage. Was a huge, tremendous thing for Dallas Turner to have with coming in this draft. But the history with our defense coordinator, Jimmy Lake and Latua is, to me, what kind of connected that. Brandon, do you think that has any appeal to when it comes to these selections? Is, with the years already in, the chemistry already built with Jimmy Lake, do you think this kind of weighs in on the selection?
I think it has a little, but we got to look at history as well for what Atlanta has not done in a long time. I mean, I said to you guys recently, the best edge we have ever had was Patrick Kearney. Yep. And I don't know if you guys remember him. Was a phenomenal player.
Patrick Kearney was my mom's favorite crush.
One
Patrick
of my
Kearney was the man.
My mom liked him too. One of my favorite players was Patrick Kearney. And then Vic Beasley came along and had his unbelievable season. And then he fell off so fast. And my wife is a big Clemson.
Oh, Brandon, I don't mean to interrupt you, dude, at all. I don't mean to interrupt you, but it says, "Oh wow, wonder what the Titans do now." Is Joe Alt the selection right here? Is the selection in? Is Caleb above all of us? Brandon, you're closer to Atlanta. What's going on the TV screen, bro?
Right now, they're getting ready to show the pick for me, for the Chargers.
Okay. This could get interesting, man. This could get interesting here if the Chargers take Joe Alt here, man. But Brandon, man, I don't mean to interrupt you. Please continue if you remember where you were at. Continue.
Selection is coming up.
The selection is about to come up. What they just said. They're
turn the TV up, Philip. Turn the TV up, Philip. Turn the TV up. Let us hear it.
So Marty Smith just tweeted out that the Raiders and Chargers trade fell apart.
Sheesh.
Because
Joe Alt to the Chargers.
Wow.
Joe Alt to the Chargers. Do the New York Giants take a tight end here, guys? Another weapon.
I called it earlier. I said it possibly a Joe Alt with the Chargers.
Damn. I will tell you guys, I wanted Joe Alt to be for the Falcons.
I did.
His solid play.
6'8". You don't. That's not every draft, guys. 6'8" guy.
No, you don't get an offensive lineman like that.
And that can move that quick at that size.
Philip, there's a switch up. We talked about it tonight. There'd be a switch up in the top 5. There's a switch up. That was it.
Yeah, Marty Smith said that Raiders wanted the number 5 pick and Chargers wanted 6 picks.
Sheesh.
They wanted their first round pick, second, third, fourth, and fifth.
I'm gonna be right back. Hold on.
Go ahead, Philip. Go ahead. Brandon, man, now that the pick's in, we know it was Joe Alt. Please continue on the subject we were talking about.
So,
if you
so again, we'll talk about Vic Beasley had that fantastic season. What happened to him?
From what I read, articles that came out, and Vic Beasley said himself that he just didn't have the passion for the game anymore. He was, from what I read, he felt that God was calling him to be a pastor. But now that I see that Vic Beasley is back on UCFL playing football, so
he plays for in Vegas, I think.
Yeah, maybe Vic Beasley is trying to make his comeback for the NFL. But yeah, as you spoke on Vic Beasley, dude, man, that year 2016, what a year!
That was a fantastic. That's the kind of defense we need. Last year's defense is almost there.
We needed the sack.
We're
missing the sacks.
Yeah. Well, if I had to go on a grade level, A, B, C, F. I'm not going to count D because D doesn't count in my world. I said that Atlanta Falcons defense was a B+, borderline A- even, just because look what Jesse Bates did. That dude was a steal in free agency. That's got to be one of the smartest moves I have ever seen. And I've seen a lot of moves throughout my time being a Falcons fan. I've been a fan since 1992.
Look how big that kid is, Brandon. Look how big Joe Alt is, dude.
He's huge.
He's a fucking tower.
He is almost 6'9".
Austin Robinson with the comment. Yeah, quick, dude. Quick, fast guy. Malik Neighbors could possibly be the next pick. He says Malik going to the Giants. He says Malik's going to the Giants. Got a feeling. Brandon, it's the Giants in need. I don't know what the Giants' needs are, honestly. And maybe that is the next pick because Malik Neighbors was a receiver that was high on my board. Definitely a top 10 pick, I believe, here tonight.
So I'm looking at my Twitter right now, my Twitter feed for sources just to see. Malik Neighbors is mentioned as a possibility, but I don't see anything from Schefter. Don't see anything from Marty Smith. And Shefty is the most reliable. Brian
Yep,
Baldinger
yep.
just tweeted. Brian Baldinger said, expect Giants to take either quarterback or edge. That's exactly what he just said. Why would they say edge?
So Brandon, if we're looking at quarterback, brother, if we're looking at edge, if we're looking at best player available quarterback wise, are we going to say JJ McCarthy is the best quarterback available?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say JJ McCarthy.
I think I'll have to agree with you here. I think if you're going quarterback, it's JJ McCarthy, and if we look at the edge position, if we're going top edge, it's Dallas Turner.
I don't know.
Or
I
you
don't
think
think Dallas Turner fits their scheme.
Okay, and that could be a thing that weighs in as well because we just talked about the drop back coverage for Dallas Turner. Like 36% of his snaps were drop back coverages. Philip, hearing rumors that this next pick could be a quarterback for the Giants or an edge. If we're looking at top quarterback, are we saying JJ McCarthy?
Could be.
If we're going top edge, who's your top edge? Because Brandon just called the two of the top edge.
And the reason why I said that, Philip, is because
it could be
the scheme. It's the scheme. The Giants don't really have the matching scheme that Dallas Turner needs. But Latula, he has that match.
Right.
And that's why I take that in role of consideration as well.
Also, here another thing we can look at because Austin Robinson, Philip, a comment here says Malik is going to the Giants. He's got a feeling. Is that a possible move, Philip? Who is the Giants receiver? Who is the Giants receivers?
I was about to ask that. Who is their tight ends or receivers? I don't pay attention to them. I'm being honest.
I don't either, bro. I don't either.
Only thing I know on that name.
You want me to play it out loud?
Is Daniel Jones.
I'm about to look. Yeah, play it out loud, Philip. Turn it up louder. I could barely hear it last time.
Malik Neighbors. Wow.
There it is. Austin Robinson with the call. Malik Neighbors is
Chase, I got a question for you.
Call it, brother. Call it.
If the guy I've been calling the entire time is sitting there, if we take him, will you be mad?
I'll be livid. I'll be livid, Philip. I'll throw this damn speaker through the podcast.
While you say that, I'm gonna be happy because it's a young Kirk Cousins.
It is, and
it's gonna be. It'll be.
Brandon, he's talking about JJ McCarthy. It ain't Brandon. He's doing it again, Brandon. Mama, he's doing it again.
I'm sorry, Philip, but the only
Mama, he's doing it again.
They won't get a quarterback unless the only quarterback they will get is Penix Jr. Because look what they did. They went out of their way.
They took the whole camp with them. They took the whole camp with them, Brandon. Not just one. The whole camp with Michael Penix Jr.
That would be the only choice the Falcons would be is if they got.
We also did the same thing with Caleb or what was his name?
Thibodeau. Talk about it, Philip.
No. It was what's his name? He was with Jacksonville. Caleb, I can't think of his name, but we also did the same thing with him, and look where he went. We passed up on that pick.
Yeah,
I mean, it could be. Like I'm saying,
how about we thought it was going to be Buddy from the Eagles?
You know how they do.
What's his name?
You know how we do. We falcon it up sometimes.
Don't say that.
Is that even a term? I know. Now here, I live in South Carolina, and the term is Clemsoning. Have you heard that term yet?
Yeah, they do that normal. That's normal for them.
All right, so let's go a little further in the draft for the Atlanta Falcons, guys. What do you guys think about Xavier Legette possibly coming to the Falcons?
Okay. Now you're talking.
Do you know who he reminds me of?
Who you got?
DK Metcalf.
Yes, sir. Big body.
He reminds me of him, and he's from Rock Hill. And I don't know if you know where Rock Hill is. Rock Hill is literally on an hour and 10 minutes from where I'm at right now.
Yes, sir.
So he is right down the road. And I know the talks are that maybe Carolina is going to select him. They won't, because Carolina just messes everybody up. But Atlanta, that would benefit from having him. Because could you imagine? You have Drake May at the 1, Xavier Legette at the 2. Then you got Kyle Pitts at a 3, and
Drake London. You said May.
Oh, sorry, Drake London. Sorry. Could you imagine what they would be like having those 3?
It'd be crazy, dude. It'd be tough to cover.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Hands down.
Philip, the Tennessee Titans are on the clock. What is the clock reading right now?
I have it 6 minutes and 32 seconds.
Okay, so on mine, they're still talking to Malik Neighbors.
Okay, so Brandon's a little ahead of us right now. The next pick here, the Tennessee Titans, Philip, I had them taking Joe Alt. Now, this kind of throws a monkey wrench and everything. Is this a Roma Dunze comes off with a Calvin Ridley?
Sheesh. Man, y'all know I ride with me some Calvin, bro. You know, I like some Sly Red. You know, sadly, it happened the way it did.
Tennessee needs a running back, though. They don't have Henry anymore, remember?
But is there a running back of that caliber in the top 10?
No.
I wouldn't say there is.
I don't see them.
Philip, who do you think? Don't talk to me, Philip. Who do you got here, dude? Does Tennessee take Brock Bowers?
That's a possibility. What about Odunze?
Or Dunze?
I can see that.
Yeah, I could see it happening, man. That'd be tough for them. I'm not a Tennessee
Chat,
fan.
let me know, Austin. Tune in. Let me know, brother. Who goes here to the Tennessee Titans?
It'd be kind of tough for them to, you know.
There's a lot of
I feel like it would be hard for them to pass up on that.
12 live viewers here in the chat, man. Leave a comment. Who is the next selection here?
Who was the next?
For the Tennessee
who was
Titans?
the guy that was after Joe Alt and offensive lineman? What was his name?
Oh,
boys, it is getting close, boys. It is
Ooh, I
getting
don't know.
close.
I forgot his name.
How about this?
But you
Let's
can
all do a
possibly
mock
see
pick
that.
right here. Chase, who do you think is who thinks next pick?
Pick his
Right
head.
here, the
Yeah.
Tennessee Titans. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a top name receiver, or it's gonna be Brock Bowers right here to the
I
Tennessee
said
Titans.
Dunze. What do you say,
Yeah,
Philip?
Dunze. Philip, who you got?
Phil Dunze.
Yeah, I feel it. I mean, they have Calvin Ridley for the Titans, but you need that extra wide receiver because I guarantee you, Mayo and Coffee Boy is not going to throw the ball to one receiver the whole time.
Coffee Boy.
Did you see what he did? Did you hear that he does that?
Yeah.
Did you see
Mayonnaise and coffee.
what? Did you see what? What's his name had on? Did you see what Caleb Williams had on his nails?
Oh God. So
He had glitter on
I
his
said this
nails.
today too. Caleb Williams, with them selecting him, the Bears have now locked in the number 1 pick for the next 3 years if they keep him.
Shit.
I say 2-15 next year, 1-16.
Special
the
guest
previous year.
popping in here. Special guest popping in here. Actually,
Oh.
not a special guest. A co-host here. My boy.
Uh-oh.
Yes, sir.
in. It's loud in the bins, boys. It's loud in the bins. So deal with it. Cody, what's it like there, brother? Talk to me.
Say, getting ready for that pick number 8 coming your guys' way right here.
Cody, who we feeling at 8, brother? Who we feeling at 8, Cody?
I'm not gonna hear you.
So loud.
I don't think he hears, man. Shout out to Cody, man, with the vibes over at the bins, man. Cody got it going on with the views, man. The bins is open, Philip. Austin Robertson here with the chat said Tennessee signed Tony Pollard. That's their
We
running
are
back.
officially on the clock.
Let's get it.
We are on the clock, so their pick is in, huh? Tennessee Titans, Austin Bowers. He says Bowers. I think it's Bowers, man. I think it could be Bowers here. Philip, do we trade back here, guys? Or we're still looking at a trade back scenario? I'm going to add my next guest in here. My boy Mateo's back for the pick here. Mateo, what's going on, man? Any shocking surprises so far, bro?
I ain't shocked with none of these picks right now, honestly.
Really, you think
It's
Joe Alt
like
was
every
an accurate
team's
pick?
filling their needs. So
I feel like the most shocking, if you could say shocking, would be the Joe Alt one.
Yeah.
Really, in a way. I didn't see him going that early, but hey,
Top
shout
five.
out to him. Shout out to him. You don't normally see that out of offensive lineman. That.
But look, okay, so Philip, look at Joe Alt's mechanics. How many
It's
times
crazy
do
for a
you
big man.
see a lineman that fast, that agile, and has that ability?
It's crazy. He has great handwork, that's for sure.
Yes.
For
One
a
of the
big
best.
man at that, it's what we hope Caleb McGarry could do, but we'll see how he turns out.
Mateo, I see you rubbing your hands over there, man. Who's the pick at 8, brother? Talk to me. How we feeling, bro? How we feeling, man?
You're man. The Dallas Turner thing is gonna pop off, man.
Dallas Turner at 8.
It's gonna set the whole draft, man. It's like
Woo, boys, I'm ready.
it's
Adam
man.
Shepard
defensive
just
wise,
texted.
defensive. We're gonna set
Adam
the trend for
Shepard
defense this
says,
year.
expect
Yeah.
edge, more likely to be select Dallas Turner. That's exactly what you just said. He tweeted
Yeah.
out that Atlanta will select an edge, most likely Dallas Turner.
Shit, boys, it's getting real. It's getting real, boys. Next
That's what
pick
Adam
is
Shepard
off.
just said, so
Who
Hope
does
it's
the
true.
Tennessee Titans take here, man? Is it Brock Bowers? Is it a top receiver in Dunze?
It's gonna be Marvin
Is it
Harrison
Atlanta
Jr.
Falcons?
Marvin Harrison
No, he's
Jr.
already been selected. He got selected.
Oh,
To
he
the
did he?
was
Cardinals.
selected a long time ago.
Cardinals took him. Yeah, the Cardinals took him.
Oh, okay, yeah, I missed it.
Yeah. I think at 4. They took him at 4.
Yep.
Okay, never mind. He's off the board then.
It's about to be crazy, man. It's about to be crazy.
Could I be right, bro? Could I be
The
right?
Falcons shot
Hey,
the
you know
world.
what the crazy thing is? The Titans would be a pick before us, wouldn't it? Little
Yeah.
Arthur Smith arm.
With all Tennessee teams.
Yep. Let's see who they grab here.
Let's see who they get.
Who you locked in on, man, right here for the Tennessee Titans?
I don't know. I feel like it's a Brock Bowers, possibly. I don't know.
I'm still saying a Dunze.
Brandon's with Dunze. I say
I feel
Brock
like
Bowers.
I want to say Odunze, but it could be.
Mateo, who you think is going right here, bro?
I don't know.
Turn it up.
JC Latham.
That's what I was talking about.
Who?
Tackle. JC Latham.
Oh yeah, he was the number 2
Alabama
offensive lineman.
Okay, he was the next tackle that was going top 10 in the mock drafts. Okay. Okay, so we were kind of close to it. We said the Joe Alt. We called the Joe Alt pick. We said it was going to be Joe Alt to the Tennessee Titans, and it was another tackle. So, Philip, the Atlanta Falcons getting closer to the pick, man. Do we trade back, or is this where it all happens, man? Talk to me.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Philip, you got to know as soon as it says locked in, and everybody's got to be quiet. Philip, you got to turn the TV all the way up for me.
I'm afraid.
when it's time, all right?
What is it gonna be, bro? What is it gonna be?
Let me know when it says the pick is in, bro. Let me know when it says the pick is in.
Okay,
Falcons, who are we taking? Chat, let me know who are we taking here tonight. First round 2024 NFL draft, first ever live NFL draft podcast for DFU. Excited to be here, man. Excited to cover the Atlanta Falcons. It's going to be an exciting year, man. Here for the Dirty Birds. Can't wait to see what unfolds here for the Atlanta Falcons, man.
So, Philip, we know who you really want, JJ McCarthy, right?
Shit.
But here, let's look at the realization of this. I know we have Kirk Cousins for a minimum 3 years. Would you want to go ahead and do an Aaron Rodgers kind of thing where you draft your franchise quarterback, wait 3-4 years, and say, all right, Kirk, you're done.
I think personally the mentality now is to win now. So you're going to get next piece to win now. So I think that's why next year may be that quarterback selection or whatever later this pick. If Malcolm Penix Jr. is in the 3rd round, guess what? That's your quarterback pick. I'm sorry, but that's who you're getting. If he's in the late 2nd, maybe the Falcons trade a 3rd round pick and get back in the 2nd to select him.
I could see that. I definitely could see that.
We love trading in the 2nd on 2nd day, man. Keeler is here live from the bins, man. I'm going to unmute him so we can hear the sounds. Caleb's talking about some bro, dude. What are we doing, bro? What are we doing, man? Bro, I don't even want to look at the comment section, man. I don't even want to see it because they're ahead of me right now, man.
Yeah, I told him not to say nothing to me neither. I don't know.
Yeah, don't say shit, Caleb. Don't say nothing, man. Is the pick locked in yet, Philip?
All right.
Does it say pick is in yet? Let's hit the Twitter world up, man. Twitter's got me popping off with some stuff.
Don't check Twitter, bro. Don't check Twitter.
No. That's what gets me. I check Twitter. Look how much I get.
All right, then we're going to mute Cody because I know Cody's going to get it before us, man. We're going to mute Cody real quick.
And you know it's going to be extremely loud when they announce it.
Yeah. Stoner, Falcons are drafting. I already know who the pick is, boys. I already know who the pick is, guys. And you're going to be really shocked at who this pick is.
All right.
You're going to be
really, really, really shy and shocked of who this pick is, boys. Philip, we talked about it. We talked about it a lot, actually, today, last podcast, of who this pick could be. We talked about it tonight in particular. A guy that could be the future here in Atlanta. If you want to know the pick, let me know.
Oh, really?
If you want to know the pick, let me know, Philip. Let me know because I can show you right now, brother.
I already know.
Let me know, brother, because I can show you right now, brother. Michael Penix Jr. to the Atlanta Falcons. We talked about it. We called it here on the podcast, last podcast show. Michael Penix Jr., the future of Atlanta, here at number 8. It's going to be the selection, man. It's going to be the future. He's going to sit behind Kirk Cousins.
Who announced it, though?
This was by, let's see, let's get back to it. Ari Marovio from, he does NFL Network.
Do you follow Baldinger?
Tell me that's false. Tell me that's fake.
I don't think so, brother. I believe this is real.
Well, you know they put the whole house
to a 4-year deal, $180 million contract this all season, $100 million guaranteed. They still go quarterback at number 8.
Except he's still saying that expect Atlanta to get an edge is what he said.
Let's see, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. People are commenting already.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Marty Smith just said the same thing you said, Chase. Atlanta selecting Michael Penix Jr. will be the next pick. That's exactly his story.
There he is. I'm just glad we talked about it, okay? I'm just glad Dirty Fanatics United talked about it last week. We're gonna go ahead and unmute my boy Cody, get the vibes going on over there.
Wow.
Yep.
Holy cow. Oh, man.
Cody!
At least we got competition in the room. At least we got competition in the room.
You got competition in the room, brother. You definitely do have competition.
Defense.
Something that I was particular on, man, that really makes me kind of excited about this pick.
Here we
I'm
go.
not even gonna lie.
Here's the official
Turn it up, Philip. Turn it up,
I'm
Philip.
gonna need the Falcons.
It already went by.
Announce Calais is coming back tomorrow.
Yeah.
2024 NFL Draft. The Atlanta Falcons select Michael Penix Jr.
There it is, boys.
Official.
There it is.
They
There it is,
sent
boys.
the house to him.
Your future quarterback in Atlanta, selected in the first round, not number 8, Michael Penix Jr. is the selection, guys. Philip, I called it. Mateo, did I not call it before the podcast started, or right here when the podcast first started? Did I not bring it up, Mateo?
There was talks about Penix, man, but
Let me read you a quote here. From my guy, the one and only, the new Atlanta Falcon quarterback, Michael Penix Jr. said, "Truth is, I'd be more worried if I had never been injured. We don't all come back the same. I know the storms I'm prepared to weather. For most people, that'd be the end of their story, but there's more to the story, and I owned every page of it. So I have no problem taking all the MRIs and x-rays you ask of me. Truth is, it's an EKG that will tell you everything you need to know about me." Michael Penix Jr. with the heart. Michael Penix Jr. in Atlanta. He's on the TV right now. Let's be honest, guys. If it wasn't for the championship game, he was a definite top 10 pick for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's be for real. Let's be for real, guys.
Let's put it this way, though, Chase.
I'm going to turn this up real quick. Let's listen to this real quick.
Yeah, listen.
Honestly, we had a better shot at trying to get Justin Fields.
There's nobody better in the draft than throwing the deep ball than Michael Penix Jr.
Washington versus Texas. We're talking about this dude being an absolute deal. Surgical precision, the way he carved them up. Didn't have the same kind of game.
Against Texas, Mateo, throwing dots against Texas.
Hey,
Surgically,
my best friend just texted me. He was like, "Wow."
Yep. That's
He said, "Wow."
I'm okay with the pick. I give it a B.
That's your future, man.
Michael Penix, man.
Guess what, Caleb? You needed the edge bag. Guess what this draft is stacked with? Defensive edge, cornerback, defensive tackle in the second round. It's deep. You have 2 picks in the third round. You can get back in the second.
Terry is all about picking the best person off the board.
Guess what round Grady Jarrett was selected in, guys? Damn sure wasn't a number 1 pick.
Hey,
You find gems
do you
in the
remember
leader.
when Brett Grimes was picked?
Yeah.
Hey, all I hope is the Bucks and the Saints don't take
Sorry, boys.
Dallas Turner, please.
Sorry, boys. I just had to do something.
That's all I'm
Hey,
hoping right now.
We got Chicago up here right now, and I wouldn't be surprised if Chicago shocks the world and takes Dallas Turner.
They're going defense.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Welcome
He
to
had to
the
take a breather.
The whole time with the Falcons play, and we're coming for that goal like every day.
The whole time we always just sit there speaking who it could
Guess what
possibly
I'm
be.
buying, guys? A Michael Penix Jr. jersey is on the way to Baxley, Georgia, because this guy's.
I got a question. Hey, Chase. All right, picking a quarterback with our first pick, right?
Yep.
Now, is this saying we're trying to win now, or are we trying to win in the future? Now, that's a big question right now.
This says to me, Mateo, this is what this sign signifies to me. This pick here signifies to me you're signing a guy that just came off of a major injury. You're not really too confident in a cheap quarterback and Taylor Heineke sitting on the roster because you've seen what he did last year when Desmond Ridder wasn't the guy. This guy, Michael Penix, was a top 10 pick, as I said, before the championship game happened.
Bro, they just got Rome Odunze. Oh my
God.
Odunze to the Chicago Bears.
Really? Why would they select?
Stacking up.
It doesn't matter. It's still the Bears. They're still gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Yes, you got
They're
DJ
trying
Moore
to
now.
go 5 wide out here.
Now, let me ask you this. Is there a possibility that the Falcons trade back in the first round?
There is always that
There is a possibility. But also, with that taking the quarterback, is that a possibility sign showing that Calais Campbell may come back?
Michael Penix Jr., bro.
Mateo just called that, bro. Mateo called that when he was going. He said, now tomorrow, Calais Campbell would resign.
Is that a sign? Because, he did a late signing last year as well before he came back, right after the draft as well, too. So,
hey, is Anyamata coming back too, or
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anamata is here. Cody Keeler, man. Cody, I want to give you the chance to talk, brother, while you're here on the stage, man. I'm gonna give you the solo layout. Cody, your thoughts? Michael Penix Jr.
That is not the pick that I was expecting. Welcome to the Atlanta Falcons, Michael Penix Jr. I'll say that wasn't the pick that I wanted. It was I guess it's a pick for the future. So let's see him sit behind Kirk. Let's see him learn. Let's see him get better. Let's see what he can do in the next couple of years. Draft's still long. Doesn't mean we still can't trade in. Doesn't mean we can't do anything, guys. I would say it's a different pick, not anything that we had talked about, but.
No, Cody, we talked about it last week. Cody, we talked about it.
We'll work with it. We're gonna be all right.
About it. Cody,
I don't know if anybody's there.
Cody, what was the reaction like at the Benz, brother? You was there. How did the fans react? I know some are not too happy from looking at the comment section, but Cody,
you know what? All the Falcon fans here seem to like it. I would say I think it reminds them of Michael Penix reminds them of a Michael Vick coming in here to Atlanta. They got their quarterback that we got our quarterback that can move and run. He's a hell of a deep ball thrower. So. Overall, the fans seemed excited about it. I think they're ready to rock and roll. I think, again, the move is not a bad one considering that, we've got Kirk Cousins who's going to be here hopefully for the next 4 years without injury. Definitely an upgrade over Tyler Heineke sitting behind Kirk Cousins. Definitely feel better if something does happen to Kirk, God forbid. We've got a backup quarterback that can step in, make plays with his legs and make plays with his arm. I know a lot of people are going to knock him for the championship game that he had against Michigan. But you know what? I would say, look at A.J. Terrell. He had a bad, championship game, and he's turned into the, top 5 corner for us here in Atlanta. So there's no reason Michael Penix Jr. in the next couple of years can't be our starting franchise quarterback for us. We just got to give him that shot, and we'll get it going, baby.
Cody, glad to have you here tonight, brother, with the live reaction from the Biz, man. I'm going to let you go enjoy your time with your family. Cody, tune in tomorrow night, man. We're going to do coverage on round 2. I want you here for that if you're able to be here.
Yes, sir. I would say we'll check back in. We're actually getting ready to head back home from Atlanta. So y'all have a good rest of the stream, and y'all if the draft's still going when I get home, I might check back in with y'all. But hey, Atlanta's excited. Welcome to Atlanta, Michael Penix. You guys keep having a good one. Rise up,
Rise
baby.
up, baby. Rise up. Appreciate you, Cody, man. Shout out to Cody coming from the bins with the live reaction. As Cody said, man, a lot of Falcon fans are happy with the pick. You're looking at the future, looking at Kirk Cousins with, as possibly, like Brandon said, you got him here for 3-year minimum. Now you have your quarterback on the roster, not a position you have to worry about anymore when it comes to the future. You
We
have
also
a
gotta remember
guy.
the tampering has not been
I
resolved.
got what he just said, right? He said, you know, everybody gives him a similarity to Michael Vick, right? So right now we have Matty Ice Jr. and Michael Vick Jr.
Yes, sir.
on the
Yeah.
roster.
So,
Everybody's happy at quarterback right now. Everybody.
did you see what NFL Network said about Michael Penix Jr.? They compare him to Joe
Everybody.
Flacco.
They said Michael Penix Jr. was the best deep pass and precision passer in this draft. Out of all
Yeah,
the
he's compared
quarterbacks,
to Joe
he's the best
Flacco.
deep pass and precision passer out of the whole draft.
Ian Rappaport said the Jets have traded
Everybody's
with the Vikings.
happy now.
The Jets traded with the Vikings. Here comes your JJ McCarthy. Here comes your JJ McCarthy.
Ian Rappaport just announced that.
Philip, JJ McCarthy, top 10, brother. How we feeling?
I called it. If it happens, I called it. I'm just all upset.
Wow. What a pick.
Yeah, I'm shocked, man. Honestly.
No, did you see who the Vikings just selected?
I'm not mad at it, but
No, I haven't seen that yet.
Oh my God, they are gonna select JJ McCarthy. That's exactly what Ian Rappaport just said too. Says Minnesota Vikings will be selecting will be selecting JJ McCarthy. So that is their future because who was their quarterback?
Nobody.
Exactly.
Hey,
they got Darnold, don't they? Sam Darnold.
Again, who's their quarterback?
Hey,
Yeah, they got Sam
in the
Darnold.
top left corner. Look me in my eyes. Tell me I'm wrong.
What, Philip?
Tell me I'm wrong about my prospects.
You were
Tell
right.
me I'm wrong.
If this is the pick, you were right. You were right all along with JJ McCarthy.
I just gotta give a welcoming post to our new quarterback, you know.
Okay, so it's not all bad, you know.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, it is the future. We do need to also be worried about the future.
It wasn't who I was thinking. It wasn't.
It's an insurance policy.
Well, guess
That's
what,
right.
guys?
He
We
said
don't
already
have
that's
to
the
rush. We don't have to rush a
Insurance
quarterback.
policy.
We don't
Yeah,
have
it's
to
the
rush a
future. And what did
quarterback.
I say earlier, Chase? Remember I said, are we going to do an Aaron Rodgers kind of thing where we draft a quarterback and let him build up, and then Aaron Rodgers style player comes and wins us, more Super Bowls? If Kirk wins us 1 or 2 Super Bowls,
I think,
then he
you
rides off
gotta
into the
look at it
sunset.
that way. I think you
You
gotta
know?
look at it that way. A lot of fans aren't going to be happy with it, but I mean, at the end of the day, I just rep the logo, man. There's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing any of us here can do about it, but
I'm
rep the
down with
logo, and
Hey, man.
it
All right,
is
so
what
let's do
it
this real quick
is.
too.
Sit behind Kirk. I feel comfortable.
Now, I don't know if you guys remember when Patrick Mahomes was selected. The Chiefs fans were so angry, and they wanted Mitchell Trubisky. And
Yep.
there was actually a video clip of a fan saying, "We are never going to win a Super Bowl because we didn't get Mitchell Trubisky." And then what's going on? How is that selection going now for the
Yeah.
Chicago Bears and the Kansas City Chiefs? So it doesn't matter like what all these quote experts will say. What matters is the product. If the product is quality on the field, you're fine.
Yep.
Some of the best players come from the latest rounds. I mean, everybody knows the biggest pick steal ever in NFL draft history, number 199 in 2001, Tom Brady. And look what Brady became.
Yep.
So it doesn't, we can't sit there and say we really needed to get XYZ because of all these experts that said, because what if, and God forbid, Cody said it too, God forbid something happened to Kurt and he's done. Do you really think that the franchise is going to rely on Taylor Heineke to win us something? No. Penix Jr. has that best option. He has a solid arm. He has good reading ability. He runs through his progressions like an NFL style player. If you've ever watched him do it on his progressions, he watches all 3 and bounces back to his number 1 real quick. He's incredibly smart, and I guarantee you, if he had never been injured, Indiana is kicking themselves in the butt saying, we wish we'd have kept him.
The thing is, man, the whole deal with the contract situation with Kurt, people are forgetting that this is a front-loaded contract. This isn't something that we're going to be tied down with forever. This is what made the move for the quarterback. I mean, it is what it is. Michael Penix Jr. is an Atlanta Falcon, and I'll support him. And now I have 2 quarterback jerseys to buy.
Jets get the 11th pick, the 129th, 157th, and 10 and 203 for the next draft.
Yep.
And the Vikings get the 10th pick.
Who are they taking, Philip? Who are the Vikings going to take, Philip? When it comes on, turn it up for me, dog.
Oh, they're coming now.
Jets get 11, 29, 10. That's crazy.
Oh, they're coming on now with the pick.
When you hear it, look me in my eyes. Okay, get to it. All due respect to the patience.
Turn it up, Philip. Turn it up. Turn it up.
In the 2024 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select
Boom!
I told you he was. Ian Rappaport was freaking right. Yes, sir. JJ McCarthy has been selected.
Philip was right all along,
Philip,
man.
I owe
was
you a
right.
beer, brother.
Respect to him, but when you play us, I hope you.
Now here comes the fun part, man. Because I'm sorry, this YouTube video is probably gonna get copyrighted, but I don't care. We got a new quarterback here in Atlanta. We're pulling up YouTube videos. We're gonna pull up Michael Penix Jr. highlights. We're gonna try to win over some fans here with some Michael Penix Jr. highlights because a lot of upset fans here in the chat.
I gotta go see Pop's reaction.
All right, let's see.
Chase, I owe you a beer, brother.
Yeah, man.
Pick your poison, man.
Hey, what is our next pick in our round? What's our first pick in round 2?
So we got in round 2, we got pick number 43 here in round 2, and then pick 74 for round. Yeah, so it's a little bit.
But I can promise you this, y'all. We're going to be building up because remember the tampering hasn't been issued yet, and a lot of talks and shifters even said it's going to be multiple draft picks. So now is the time. You trade a lot to get back up into the 2nd and 3rd round. Heck, even try and get back into the 1st. You got to build those up because what if,
Here we go, man. Michael Penix Jr., the new Atlanta Falcon quarterback. We're going to throw him up on the big screen. Michael Penix Jr. with the deep ball. He's throwing the deep balls. Did in college. Did very well on pro day, combine day as well. Knows how to get it over the top. Big, tall quarterback. Rotate out the pocket. Another deep ball here from
look at that gun, man. He slings it.
So Dunze, I mean, the guy is solid. Like I said, he's the best deep pass precision passer in the draft. If the injury in the championship game wouldn't have hindered him, he probably would have been a top 5 pick.
Oh yeah. But you see it right there. He led his progressions perfectly. That's what you need in a quarterback is to lead your progressions real good to make the other team think, oh, I'm going to go there. And goes to the other side right away.
Rolls out flawlessly. Deep pass on the sideline, throw touchdown.
Yep,
Drake London for 7. We head to the comment section. Deep ball. Spot on.
I love the comparison to Joe Flacco. I really do. Joe Flacco had that arm.
Yep, and was compared to Matt Ryan.
That's right. And, my wife will tell you she wasn't a huge Matt Ryan fan, but I was. And he is always going to be my quarterback no matter what. And I got the chance to meet Steve Bartkowski. So, I know him. He's a really good guy. Matt Ryan, I think, is better than Steve Bartkowski.
Turner was right there. I like Penix. I understand the situation for ATL at the time to learn best athlete, best player available, babe. Best player available. Austin Robinson said he has JJ and Addison throws. We're talking about JJ McCarthy. Yep. Man, Michael Penix Jr. throwing bombs, dude, here on this highlight reel. It's not much you can say, man. I mean,
with
I'd love
a guy
to see
like
our first round pick out on the field. Gonna get to see him a little bit in preseason, I'd say. You're gonna see a lot of Michael Penix Jr. in preseason, and hopefully he wins over the fans here in preseason.
I have a feeling he will.
I do too. I think this guy's gonna be the next
guy.
guy.
Ritter won over fans in the preseason.
No, he did not. He didn't win my. He never won me over. I was so angry
What?
when he
I
selected
will
him.
say,
Man.
at
This
times,
guy,
like
bro.
I still respect Ritter. Ritter never had the correct mentor or coaching staff
Oh
to
no,
get him where
and
he
that's why I
needed to
think the
be.
Steelers are going to kick themselves in the foot for having Arthur Smith as their offensive coordinator. He doesn't like to
Yep.
use his weapons. He just
Jet
likes to hunt the
selection
ball.
is in.
The Jets, what are they getting?
Yeah.
Turn it
Announce it
up,
now.
Philip. Turn it up.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
2024 NFL Draft. The New York Jets select
Ooh.
Linus.
That's a big move for them. I guess that's to protect
That's a tackle.
Rodgers'
That
blind
family
side.
looks happy, bro.
They need the O line. They need the O line
Yeah,
bad.
they need it
That
because it's
family
going to
looks
protect
so
him.
happy.
Worst grade NFL since 2023 PFF grade. Acquired Hassan Reddick from the Eagles in exchange for a 2026 conditional third-round pick. Fucking teams are stacking up, man. Teams are stacking.
Looking at these highlights, it's kind of. I'm ready to see what Kirk does as well, but the future looks good, especially with
You know what I'm
Drake
surprised
London,
in?
Kyle Pitts, man.
I'm surprised Dallas Turner hasn't even been selected yet. He's a darn good edge player. I think he's, if
I
not the
don't think
best.
none of the edges have came.
I know it's
yet.
weird.
I mentioned it to Chase earlier. It possibly could happen.
I'm telling you guys, I've seen a lot of reports where a lot of these edge rushers like Dallas Turner and these guys were sliding down boards where they weren't producing what they wanted to see.
It's just because of certain teams' needs. That's really why, if you think about it. Of course, they're these top guys, but other teams are saying that they think they need these needs more than what those.
But the old cliche.
Denver didn't waste no time. Their pick is in at 9 minutes.
But Philip, you know what the old cliche
They're going
is.
defense. Denver's
Defense
going
wins
defense.
championship. Offense get all the glory.
Denver's fixing to stack the defense side of the ball right here. Watch.
I wouldn't be surprised if they get a quarterback. But
who is it? Who is it? Denver. Denver definitely needs a quarterback. They're going Bo Nix right here.
Yeah, I think Bo
Nix. Quarterback. I was thinking about Detroit for some reason. Denver is going quarterback right here for sure.
Yeah,
that's why they didn't make a trade in. I heard
Sean Payton was desperate. Sean Payton's desperate for a quarterback.
He has Zach Wilson as their quarterback right now.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I saw him play at BYU. Being a Hawaii alumni myself, we beat him every time he played us. I mean, come on, he's not that great.
Financial decisions today.
Or Bo Nix. God.
I wonder what kind of grade we're gonna get for this pick, guys. What do y'all think? What grade?
I said 80.
I say a B.
85 range.
A B.
Yeah,
I say a B.
Especially with the Kirk Cousins signing, it's going to be a mid grade, or it's not going to be an A for sure.
There's some of the ones that projected us to get this pick, really. So
yeah,
it might not be a B, but we'll see. It don't matter. I don't really care. I don't really look at their grades. It don't affect me none. They said Keanu Neal that time was a bad.
But they do go off of filling
they
needs
did.
too.
They did.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Filling needs very important. QB is important.
But yeah. That's what I'm saying. I wasn't mad that we selected him at all. I like.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm just used to it because the Falcons don't draft players that the media hypes about. That's why I've told people don't buy into the media.
And I don't know if you watched me. I knew the pick, but when y'all was sitting there talking about the pick, who could it be? I went on the Twitter on accident. It just popped up on my phone. I immediately started beating my head, just sitting right here. But it just shocked me. That's why.
I called it the other night, Philip. We talked about it on the show.
But no hate towards Michael Penix at all, man.
Like his highlights look nice, I like the deep ball, but the last few years we've been lacking the deep ball,
More than just the last few years. It's been since probably 2017.
Man, it's yeah.
You know what though?
Yeah, I'd say
I'm happy that Matt Ryan retired as a Falcon. He deserved it. I hate what happened, how he was thrown into that whole mix of trying to get Deshaun Watson. As you can clearly see, that was the best decision not to get him.
Fans pissed me off about that. I ain't gonna lie.
But I wanted Matt Ryan to stay here. I really did. Matt Ryan was and will always be my quarterback.
Oh yeah, Matt Ryan's always that guy, man. Without a doubt.
Man, I've had a couple occasions where I could have got his signature, man, and it's just something always happened. I went to training camp right in front of him. He was fixing to grab my ball that I have like right up here, and somebody just throws one directly in his face, and he just it
Yeah,
pissed
mad.
him off. Yes, and his exact words were "F it, I'm done." He put the pin up, handed it to his manager. He walked back inside. I said, "Bro, what the hell?"
I got Roddy White's autograph once, and let me tell you, that was one of the hardest autographs I have ever got. And you know, funny story. When my wife and I first got together, she is a Ravens girl. She's a big Ravens fan because her brother actually, his wife works for Ronnie Stanley, who plays for the Baltimore Ravens. Well, I got her a Roddy White jersey, and you know what her question was? Is Roddy White any good? And I said, "Oh yeah,
What?
he's one of the best." And obviously, I was right. But so go to tag along with that with you, Philip. I tried and I tried and I tried, and I was like, "Gosh, can someone just please move out of my way so I can get Roddy's autograph before he's done?" And a player who was a walk-on player for the Falcons came over to me, grabbed my football and my Falcons helmet, and walked over and said, "Roddy, sign this before you go." And this guy right here has been trying for a while to get it. And sure enough, he signed both of
The
them.
draft is not over yet, guys. There's so many rounds in this draft. This draft is stacked. You're gonna get a defensive player. You're probably gonna get an
Right,
edge
no.
in the second
You
round.
might see a Chuck Robinson fall to the second round.
You may
Ooh.
see the Atlanta Falcons trade back in the first. The draft is not over.
You know who I want? I want Kool-Aid
That
to be
would
on my
be
team.
crazy though. We get the last pick in the first round.
What do you guys
Falcons
think about
trade
getting
up for the last
Kool-Aid with
pick
a
in the first
McKinney or
Right,
whatever his
round.
name
man.
is? I'd take him.
What did you say? Kool-Aid McKinstry?
Yeah, I will take him.
I feel like I would take Terrion Arnold over Kool-Aid. I feel like
You know who's the good corner also? Nate Wiggins from Clemson.
he's
a
solid.
6'1" corner. He's a solid lockdown. Could you imagine him and AJ Terrell on each side? I mean, and then you got Jacob Bates in the back.
Denver's pick is in.
Oh, here we go. Could they go wide receiver?
That is
I'm
interesting.
just waiting to see who the Saints and the Bucks pick, man.
Oh.
That's
For
it.
real.
Knowing the Saints, they'll trade the house to get one pick, like they always do.
You know they're gonna go against us, so they're gonna definitely go
Bo
deep.
Nix to the Denver Broncos.
Oh, you called it, Chase.
Told you. Told you.
Called it.
Told you. I knew that was happening.
But you know what? Though? I feel bad for Bo Nix. Sean Payton's a quarterback coach.
Yeah,
feel
he
bad.
is.
Coach
He
in
is a
general.
good quarterback coach.
Yeah,
And we
so, I
play
mean,
them this year too.
Yep. That's all right. We're gonna eat up
Don't
on that.
matter.
Let's go.
Mateo, what do you think about? I asked Chase and Philip this earlier. What do you think about Xavier Legette being selected by the Falcons possibly?
I'm not I haven't really followed the draft. I'm not sure who is it.
So Xavier Legette is a wide receiver from the University of South Carolina. The dude is comparable to DK Metcalf. Solid.
Well,
I could dig it.
I can dig it, but I feel like we do have a lot of size at receiver. With Pitts being a rotation kind of player, he could play wide receiver and tight end. Then you got Drake London. So, if anything, I would go like a speedy receiver more than a big size receiver, because I feel like we have a lot of size right now on our offense.
Oh yeah.
So, but who knows?
All right,
knows,
Phil, who you
man?
got at the Vegas pick here?
That is the question. That's a question.
Who's the next quarterback that could be taken? I don't know any other quarterbacks. Case, do you know?
Sorry, brother. I'm texting all these Falcon fans that have been blowing my phone up.
They're like,
The best next quarterback available.
Why did they do
that? I'm looking at quarterbacks, man. A name don't really stand out. If I'm being honest with you.
Because Vegas needs a quarterback. They don't have Garoppolo anymore.
Look, Las Vegas Raiders only have Gardner Minshew. They lost Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't think you rely on Gardner Minshew. Maybe you draft a reach right here for a quarterback.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who would be in the top like 300 even for quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're showing the people now. I don't even see a name on there.
There's mixed reactions, man. There's so many mixed reactions. Like,
All right, here's the running back from Brooks. His name is Brooks from Texas. That's an option for Vegas, even because they don't have Jacobs anymore.
that is true. That is true. Pick is in already, bro. This draft is already at pick 13. Is going so quick. Normally, people's eating up the time.
Yep, they ain't playing this time around.
Deion Sanders' sons didn't enter this draft, did they?
No, that's next
that's
draft.
next year.
It's next year.
Okay.
And Deion has said he's only allowing his sons to play at certain teams, and Atlanta is
A
the
top
overwhelming
recruit.
favorite.
But after
That's
that
what he
pick,
wants.
guess what? Your quarterback won't be here. That's for sure.
Nope. But you know what, though, Deion. Okay, I want to. Did you guys hear what Tyreek Hill said the other day? He said that he could take Deion in his prime and go for 175 yards and 2 touchdowns against Deion Sanders in Deion's prime. What do you guys think about that?
I'm not sure.
Raiders are choosing.
Hell no.
Turned up.
Brock Bowers.
There he is.
No.
Where
Thank
does
God.
Hunter Renfrow go, though? I know he's a free agent.
Thank
still.
God. He did not go to the Saints because they were eyeing him down. They were eyeing him down.
Here comes the New Orleans 8 pick. That's for darn sure.
Saints
Watch him
are
get
now
Dallas
on the
Turner
clock.
here.
Oh,
Shout out
man.
to Brock Bowers, man.
Saints are up next, huh? Saints got 14? Oh,
Yep,
God.
14.
Brock
If they
Bowers
get
to
Dallas
Los
Turner,
Angeles
bro, I'm going to be
Raiders.
pissed the fuck.
They're going to take Turner right here just
I
because.
swear, bro. I swear. A lot of Falcon fans are going to be mad at that. If I swear.
Hey,
They
man.
would be.
I can hear Cody cussing now if they select Dallas Turner.
Oh, man.
Hey, Chase, you want to hear a little interesting
They're
story?
going defense. They're going defense for sure.
I'm going to
Yeah,
tell
they're
you
going
an
defense.
interesting
They
story.
go opposite of us. And sometimes it's like,
So, you know how Cody's my cousin, right?
Right.
The way I found Cody, I was actually a part of another Falcons group, and he commented on one of my posts, and I was like, why does he look familiar? And, you know, the last name being mine as well. And so I messaged him, and I asked him, who is, like, your mom and your dad? Sure enough, he is my cousin. He is my dad's uncle's nephew. So that's how Cody and I are related. And I'm like, that's so cool. And then he told me he was moving to Atlanta. At the time, I still lived in Atlanta. Now we live in Easley, South Carolina. Cody and I have actually not met yet, but we've talked quite a bit.
oh, man. Here we go, Saints.
6 minutes left
Here
on
we
the
go.
clock. 6
8
minutes left.
Who are you calling on this one, Philip?
Saints are taking Dallas Turner a little too
Yep.
low.
Oh, my God.
But is that a need? Is that a need for them?
The only other quarterback.
They need that replacement for Cam Jordan.
Yeah,
they need that replacement
defense.
for Cam Jordan.
Cam Jordan? Okay.
The only other quarterback you could look at, Brandon, talking about the quarterback situation, would be Jordan Travis coming off the injury. Jordan Travis, another big name.
I would not waste a pick on him because he is more like a 5th rounder right now.
You could possibly see them go.
Without the pick, though, he was a Heisman Trophy winner.
You could possibly see them go receiver here too, because they don't. I've seen where they're not keeping Slant Boy much longer. So
Well, they got rid of
Michael Thomas is gone.
Michael Thomas is gone.
That's what I'm
You're
saying.
right with the receiver, Philip. You're right with that.
It could be a receiver.
But Olave, he's promising, man. So it's like
I hate to say this. You could
Olave
possibly
was carving up our defense too. So it's
you could possibly see a Lad McConkey or AD Mitchell here, which is
Who
sad.
was the wide receiver that was out of Oregon? What was his
Dude,
name?
I hope not, Philip. I hope you're not right with that.
I
When that pick comes on, Philip, turn it up loud so I can hear it all.
It's on now. I feel like if I go any louder, I'll get.
if they pick Dallas Turner, break your TV. Just And we
Don't
just
do that. Don't do that.
Lad
no,
McConkey.
don't do that. Don't do that. I'm just kidding.
Just throw the remote.
I might break mine, but no.
Sanders is not better than Michael Penix. I don't think.
No.
I don't think he is.
No.
Man.
Like
You're
Caleb
incorrect
said,
there,
thank
my
God the
friend.
Saints didn't get Bowers.
We talked about that today. That was gonna piss us off 100%. Man, I don't think I've been this excited in a while for a draft.
You're excited for a Saints pick? Hell no, I ain't excited.
Well, not that big, but past 3 years, I kind of guessed who we were gonna get.
Oh, okay.
And it came out true, kind of.
It just sucks for Brock Bowers, man. He's going to a team without a quarterback.
Yeah, I know. What are they gonna do? I mean, Gardner Minshew, he is a good.
Minshew can
He's
have
a good person that gets seats butts in the seats. That's really it for us.
Minshew can.
Boys,
Taylor
after
Heinicke's gonna get
this,
traded there
after
before
the
the end
Saints
of the
pick,
season.
Philip, we're gonna go ahead and call it the end of the stream. It'll be a 2-hour stream. We'll go live tomorrow night after our dinner. Me and Philip's gotta go out to a dinner, so we'll be live for the second round as soon as we get home for that. After the Saints pick, though, we're going to wrap this thing up. Mateo, Brandon, y'all are more than welcome to stick around for the Saints pick.
Hey,
Want to
Chase, I
hear
want to say
that?
thank you for letting me be on here. It's a
Yeah,
good
for
birthday
sure.
present to get to hang out with you guys tonight.
Happy birthday, dog. You know it's your birthday.
Thank
Happy birthday,
Yep.
man.
Happy
Yeah,
birthday.
today's my birthday.
Birthday,
I don't know if you guys, I don't know, Mateo, if you see in there who I actually am a podcaster as well. We're called the Sports Nuts. Please check us out. I want Chase and Philip and Cody come on regularly to talk Dirty Birds football, if that's okay with you guys. What do you think?
We can make something happen. We got to figure out the schedule, but
Yep.
I'm sure we can figure something out.
Because, we have a lot of Falcons fans.
I think we're
here
gonna
in
be
Carolina.
happy.
And
Yeah.
I've had a lot of fun with you guys. Like I said
Like,
last
genuinely
podcast,
happy.
you guys, is that everything feels right when I get to see y'all's podcast. So keep it up, okay?
Yeah.
Appreciate it, brother.
Glad to have you here, Brandon. Always good to talk Falcon football with Falcon fans. Like Brandon said, check out his podcast on YouTube. Brandon, what platforms are you on?
We are on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We are on YouTube at the Sports Nuts. That Sports and Nuts both end with the letter Z. Our YouTube is the Sports Nuts 176. We actually have episode. We had week 0 last week, and on Sunday we have episode 1. So please come and check us out. It's me, my friend Greg, who I've known since 2005. A good friend of mine named JD, who is here in the upstate of South Carolina, and another buddy of mine, Nick, in Mississippi. So we cover a wide variety of sports. We talk minor league sports, professional sports, little league sports, controversial topics, all sorts of things. So I'd love for you guys to come check us out. I can't say thank you enough to Chase, Philip, and Cody for everything that they have done.
No, turn that pick up, brother.
You guys are awesome.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Go.
Years unusual, right? Carson
Ooh.
Palmer's out a whole year. Unusual. As a general rule, when you get a brand new quarterback, the clock starts fast, and if you don't play well as a team, it accelerates. The owner comes in and wants to know when he's.
Man, I hope the Saints choke this pick away, man.
Man, I hope they pick a punter.
For real.
Who was it? It was Tampa that time that picked the
The
kicker.
best punter in the draft.
They're gonna get a 7th round pick kicker right here.
And make me wait a while, but not very long. Not as long as people think. Rich, we'll go back to the Saints for a second. You guys mentioned the possibility of them taking a tackle.
Who are they taking? Are they taking a tackle? Or are they take? I'm cool with them taking a tackle. They can take a tackle. I ain't worried about that.
They're taking the 8th grade kicker out of Pujano High School in Oregon.
Oh, they happy, boy. Hey, man, they happy to choke this shit up right here, buddy. They happy. Dallas Turner, I'm just playing.
Boy, I tell you what.
Don't jinx it.
Get the pick already in. My God, stop talking and give us a damn pick.
I know, like.
Every team that comes up, though, I feel like they really need offense, and that's what this.
Oh man, they're dragging this off like
They
too
are.
hard.
Typical
Man,
Saint
the
fashion.
last 4 years we've been
Oh,
offense.
man.
Throughout tonight. Sometimes we don't need to get cute. Just make the right pick. And to me, tackle's the spot for them. And normally when you get like all these tackles, wide receivers, and quarterbacks, the position.
Did Richard,
Come on with it, man.
did
Come on
Roger
with
do
it.
that fall down or something? It's like,
I
guarantee
can't believe
you
Bo
second round's
Nix
gonna
is
be
a
nothing but
top
defense.
15 pick. Bo Nix in the top 15 is crazy.
here we go.
Quinyon Mitchell's still on the board.
Yeah,
Dude, no, has there been a defensive player selected yet?
No, that's the weird part.
Yeah,
all
makes
offense.
me smile big and bright, baby. Just wait for it. I mean, a big smile.
Well, y'all, we was talking about Cam Jordan. They got Chase Young.
That's it, though.
Tackle.
Okay,
Tackle.
tackle, cool.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Cool.
Hey, Chase, what time
I'll
are you guys
take
on
that.
tomorrow? Do you know?
Can't wait to see you.
I don't know exactly the time.
Thank you, Saint.
We got a dinner to go to, so whatever time we get back
Thank
from
you.
that, we'll be
Let me know,
live.
okay, man?
Yep, I'll
Can't
let
wait
y'all
to
know.
see you get his ass played.
You still
Mateo,
have
Brandon,
Derek Carr.
Tune in and
Thank
watch.
you.
Mateo, Brandon, man, appreciate y'all stopping by. We'll be
ATL
live
Always,
tomorrow
bro.
night if y'all want to check us out, man. Appreciate y'all.
Oh, yeah, I'll
All right.
stop by for sure.
See you,
All right,
Philip.
bro.
Take it easy, buddy.
Yeah.
What's up, fellas?
All right, boys. Philip, Michael Penix Jr. is the pick for tonight, man. Michael Penix Jr. The Falcons may trade back in. Philip, they do. We'll go Facebook Live. I'll tag you on Facebook or something. We'll go Facebook Live.
Gotcha.
This was a crazy draft, man. We talked about it, Philip. I told you the Falcons last year when they drafted Drake London, they sent the whole training camp out to go see him. Guess what they did for Michael Penix Jr. and sent the whole crew to go see him, man. So not really a shock, kind of a shock, but we kind of see it coming here. So glad we were able to, kind of predict what was going to happen here to the channel, bro. Philip, give me your shouts for tonight, brother. Like I said, if anything else is to pop up, we'll go live on Facebook.
Man, shout out to the Saints for folding on that. Can't wait to see your boy get planted on his ass. But anyway, shout out to Michael Penix Jr. Welcome to the A, baby. It shocked me. It is what it is. I'm not mad about it. I'm happy about it. We're in good hands. Future's gonna look bright. You've got good targets to throw to. So shout out to Michael Penix. I hope for your success, baby. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. Y'all saw my live reactions. Like down some 20 minutes. Shout out to our Lord and Savior God. You know what I'm saying? About Him there is nothing. I will continually say that every single day. So shout out to Him. Shout out to you. Shout out to Mike, man. It's just been a good night. It's been my most favorite show.
Shout out, man. Shout out to Michael Penix Jr., the new Atlanta Falcon quarterback. Philip, we studied him for a while. He was on my top 10 board until the championship game. We talked about him being possibly a top 10 quarterback. Michael Penix Jr., the future here in Atlanta. I'm glad y'all could be here for night one of DFU Live. Philip, before we get out of here, man, Caleb's back here. I want to get Caleb back on the stage. Caleb, Michael Penix Jr. to Atlanta Falcons. How we feeling, man?
I wanted an edge rusher, but you spent $200 million free agency on a quarterback and to take one at pick 8. I don't have no issue with Penix. I think
it's future, man. It's a future pick. Taylor Heineke, a guy that I don't think you have much faith in if Kurt was to get re-injured. I think it's a good pick, man. I think he's got a good quarterback to sit behind to learn from. You're kind of pulling the Jordan Love move. Some people would say, but then again, Jordan Love, playoff season, his first career start. So
but you also look at the draft too. There's barely been any defense players taken.
There's
so
been
maybe they
zero.
know something about the defensive players.
There's been zero
Maybe they
defense
know
players.
something.
Not to cut you off, and by any means, sorry, but I was just looking. I was figuring Penix was. I was looking at him as a small quarterback. He's 6'3". That's close to what Ryan was in a way. Ryan was 6'5", but it's still tall and good height for a quarterback. Definitely taller than what Vic is, so that's a good sign on that part as well. Maybe we have something here, boys. Obviously it shocked us a little bit, but it is what it is. I'm gonna support this 100%.
And the night ain't over, man. The night ain't over. We could trade back.
Yeah, I was about to say draft ain't over. They might trade back up and get an edge rusher or something.
I'm hyped, man.
Caleb, we was getting ready to close this thing out, man. I'm glad that you stopped by tonight to give your views of the Falcons and the new draft.
Hey,
pick.
sorry I'm late. Sorry I'm late.
Hey, you're good, brother. You're good. You joined in, man. That's all we needed. But shout out to you, man. And like I said, round 2 tomorrow night. I'll stop by. We'll be here.
Okay, I'll show up.
All right, Caleb. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for tuning in, man.
Appreciate y'all having me.
All right, Caleb. Falcon fans, what a night it has been here for DFU. This wraps it up for the channel. I want to give a shout out to each and everybody that tuned in tonight, man. Facebook no longer on live, so be sure to check us out on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Atlanta Falcon Podcast, bringing you Atlanta Falcon coverage day in and day out. It's your boys, Philip and Chase from Dirty Fanatics United. As always, man, rise up. A-Town down. It's your boys. Peace out, man. Rise up.
Yeah.
Everywhere, yeah, to the ass, hands in the air, somebody over here.